program you're about to watch is brought to you by C0l0nial Empress Television Network on Facebook and YouTube. Due to the social nature of discomfort by some hoodlums and cyber criminals, we are fully aware that our channels are under attack by some of these elements working in conjunction with certain authorities and organizations inside and outside Nigeria to discredit the quality of our broadcasts. These hoodlums lay claims to C0l0nial Empress, misleading the viewing public. As a point of reference and for the avoidance of doubt, we state categorically that in public that it has never been the intention of the broadcasters to misinform or misrepresent information published on these channels. If for any reason, you feel uncomfortable as viewers or listeners to our live broadcast, please, feel free to exit the program.
We strive to maintain balance and keep information simple by following the community standards that prohibit violence and criminal behavior, safety, objectionable content, integrity and authenticity, respecting intellectual property, and finally, content-related requests and decisions. At C0l0nial Empress TV, we foster a positive, diverse community across the Yoruba people of southwest Nigeria and the entire country at large. We remove content that may contain threats or hate speech, content that targets private individuals to degrade or shame them, personal information meant to blackmail or harass someone, and repeated unwanted messages.
Welcome to C0l0nial Empress TV. Relax and enjoy the show.
Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, mo dẹ̀ kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Nàìjíríà lápapọ̀ níbikíbi tí ẹ bá ti ń láǹfààní láti máa gbóhùn wa. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ìkànnì Tẹ́ni Ọmọlógo lórí ètò wa ètò kan tí à ń gbé lọ episode 11 náà la wà. Ètò tí wá sì ń lọ lọ́wọ́, that is are we ready to get out of the colonial government? And we will talk about the President Election Petition Tribunal. And we have another person to do. That is a lawyer, Olamilekan. So, tí wọ́n máa darapapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní orí ètò lẹ́ni. But ká tó máa lọ, ẹ ṣáà tí mo bá ṣe máa ń ṣètò wa. Bàbá wa ní láti kọ́kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ìbẹ̀rẹ̀. Ká tó máa lọ sí orí ètò. Daddy, ẹ gbóhùn sókè.
Yeah, ẹ káàárọ̀ níbí o, ẹ káàsán o, ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́, ẹ káalẹ́ níbi tí olúkálùkù wa bá wà. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire, á dára fún wa o, ayé wa léni o, àlọ́ wa àbọ̀ wa ire ló máa já sí o. A tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ program wa náà lẹ́sẹsẹ. Àkọ́fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run fún tó Olúwa ń gbogbo ń gbàkóso láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ tá a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ program yìí. Láti episode 1, episode 11 la wà lénìí. Mo wá dúpẹ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí fún our special host, Tẹ́ni Ọmọlógo. Ó ṣe gan, a dúpẹ́ fún enlightening program tí ó gbé sílẹ̀ yìí. Olólédùmarè a máa ràn ẹ́ lọ́wọ́ o. O dẹ̀ ní ṣíṣe oníṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ gbé lágbára Ọlọ́run. Mo wá fẹ́ fi àsìkò náà kí ìyá wa Queen, ẹ kú ètò láti episode 1. Àmọ́ lóore o, ẹ ṣe gan, Olúwa máa ṣagbára dọ̀tun. Àwa kí special speaker náà lẹ́ni náà. Àjòjì kan ni wọ́n anyway. Ẹ mọ̀ wọ́n. Lọ́yà Lékan, ẹ kú dédé wò sá o.
Ẹ kú ètò.
Ẹ ṣe gan ni o. Jímọ̀ olóyin, ẹ ṣeun. Mo wá tí mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá lápapọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. And then bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe mọ program wa yìí, program tó yẹ pé ó wà enlightening ni, tó dẹ̀ wà very very educating ni, so educative program ni. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká farabalẹ̀ láti gbọ́. Lékan fi wà ń bí báyìí, Queen náà dẹ̀ wà ń bí, a máa gbọ́ lénìí. Episode 11 ni. Ǹjẹ́ a ti ṣetán, gbogbo wa lápapọ̀ báyẹn, ǹjẹ́ a ti ṣetán láti gba ara wa lọ́wọ́ àwọn ìjọba amúnisìn àti lọ́wọ́ àwọn alágbára tí wọ́n ń tú agbára wọn, ń lo agbára wọn, tí wọ́n bá ti lo agbára wọn, wọn ò lè ṣe nǹkan kan. So agbára yẹn náà máa fi ń lo agbára mọ́ àwọn, wọ́n máa fi let me say yànyàn jẹ́ anyway. Wọ́n máa lo agbára yẹn lórí àwọn èèyàn. So tó bá dẹ̀ ní agbára, you are nothing, nowhere to be found. So yẹn la máa discuss lénìí. Bí gbogbo wa ṣe mọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ìkìlọ̀ episode yìí, ó ní we don't want any interrupting. and no abusive languages, and let us respect each other. And then tí àwọn speaker náà bá ń sọ̀rọ̀, speaker one, speaker two, tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, we don't want any interrupting at all. Tí ẹnìkan ò bá sọ̀rọ̀, mú ti ọ̀dọ̀ yín, anything tí speaker one bá sọ, speaker two lè kọ sílẹ̀ tó bá di àsìkò tí yín náà ẹ máa sọ. Then speaker two náà tó bá di àsìkò speaker one náà kan sọ, ẹ mú pépà yín àti pẹ́ǹsì yín sí ọwọ́ àti pẹ́ẹ̀n yín lọ́wọ́, àtàwọn callers náà, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, a fẹ́ ká mọ dárúkọ anybody bí báyìí. Ẹ wo topic yẹn, ǹjẹ́ gbogbo wa ti ṣetán láti kúrò ní oko ẹrú amúnisìn àwọn ìjọba? So nǹkan tí a fẹ́ ṣe ní ẹ̀ní nìyẹn. So if anyone doesn't like this program, please and please, take your seat away. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, àfẹ́jà, àlàáfíà là ń seek. Olú Elédùmarè á dẹ̀ fún gbogbo alálàáfíà o. Gbogbo wa entitled to our opinion láti sọ tiwa, láti sọ tiẹ̀. So anybody tó bá dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé opinion one kò bá ti òun mu, ẹ kọ́lẹ̀, ẹ má interrupt at that moment. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ìṣọ̀kan ìrẹ́pọ̀ àtàlàáfíà ńlá ń wá o, ńlá ń lépa o ní orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá o. Yorùbá Elédùmarè á jẹ́ kí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá á nísinmi o. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Oòduà lákàkiri lápapọ̀, Olú Elédùmarè á fún wa ní ìsinmi o, á fi ààbò ẹ̀, á dẹ̀ fi bò wá o. Àkórè, àkó gbogbo ẹ̀tọ́ wa, àkódélé o. Àwọn tó ń dẹ̀ wà Nàìjíríà náà, Olú Elédùmarè á fún ẹ̀yin náà ní ìsinmi o, ẹ̀ lálàáfíà o. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi ò jù báyẹn lọ, ẹ máa bẹ́tò lọ. Host àti speaker, ẹ káàbọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí.
Thank you so much, Daddy. Ẹ ṣé gan ni, God bless you. Fún ẹ̀yin àǹfààní ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa, mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ ní àná, mi ò dẹ̀ ní ever láyé sọ̀rọ̀ tán, mi ní sọ̀rọ̀ tán. So ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo sọ, mi ò ní repeat ara mi lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, mi ní repeat ara mi. So tí ẹ jẹ́ kí n gbé àwọn méjì, ẹ jẹ́ kí n fi yín sí background. Mo fẹ́ yọ ẹ̀yin méjì sí background, èmi fẹ́ yọ no sorry, okay. So bí ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo sọ fún gbogbo wa wípé kò sí nǹkan tó ń jọ pé Yorùbá nation, mi fẹ́ gbọ́ lórí ètò yìí. Gbogbo ohun tó wà ń bẹ̀ Yorùbá lásán, láìsí pé nation. Ẹ má fi nation sí. Time tí n bá ní ẹ fi nation sí, ẹ fi nation sí. But for now, a fi nation sí. And anything tẹ́ bá tán máa ń ṣe lọ́dọ̀ wọn, mo bẹ̀ yín, ẹ má gbé wá bí. Anything tán máa ti ń ṣe mẹ́yìn, ẹ má gbé wá bí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wà focus. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wà focus. Mi ní fẹ́ ká wà divert. Àtijọ́ ta ti ń paná, wọ́n ready pé àwọn ò paná. So ẹ jẹ́ kí iná wọn máa jò lọ. Tó bá rẹ̀jà wọn, wọ́n á paná ẹ̀ fúnra wọn. Tó bá dẹ̀ yí Ọlọ́run, Ọlọ́run á sọ àsìkò tó bá tó. So ẹjọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run, ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, eléyìí tó wà níwájú wa lórí Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́, òun la fẹ́ fèsì báyìí. Àwọn nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nínú ẹ̀ la fẹ́ sọ nípa rẹ̀. Àwọn nǹkan tó dẹ̀ ń bọ̀ fún wa á sọ. Àwọn ọ̀nà àbáyọ tá a dẹ̀ lè gbà fúnra wa, táwa gangan lè gbà, tá a máa fi di pé a máa rí ọ̀nà àbáyọ. Ǹjẹ́ àwa tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ gangan, àwa tá à ń pariwo, ǹjẹ́ èèyàn ọmọ Nàìjíríà gan ti rẹ́dì láti jára yín gbà lọ́wọ́ àwọn ìjọba tó jẹ́ pé ọdún mẹ́jọ náà máa wá bá yín? Tó bá tọ́dún mẹ́jọ àkọ́kọ́ bá ti kọjá, wọ́n ọdún mẹ́rin àkọ́kọ́, wọ́n fún yín ní 2,000 naira, 500 lẹ́fín lu ọdún kan, ọdún mẹ́rin 4,000, ẹlòmíyìn gba 5,000, ó tún ní change lé lórí. Wọ́n bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ lómíyìn ní 10,000 naira, ẹ wo iye ọdún tẹ́ fi lò, èmi ọdún mẹ́jọ lẹ́fì jìyà rẹ̀. So ìjọwọ́ lẹ́yìn gan fẹ́ jẹra yín gbà, dé àwọ̀ ara wa gan fúnra wa à ń ṣera wa torí agbára tó máa ń wà lọ́wọ́ wa, a kì í fẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ nìkejì wa dìde. A máa ń jẹ́dá tó máa ń gbé ọmọ nìkejì tó ẹ́pà wa gan máa ń ṣera wa. Tàbárẹ́ lómi tó bá ṣe yín láàánú báyìí, ẹni tó bá ṣe yín láàánú, ẹ̀yin gan máa wá bẹ́ẹ̀ nìyẹn ṣe máa di ẹni lẹ́lẹ̀ ni. Ẹni bá ń jà fún yín, òun lọ̀tá yín. Ẹni bá ń sin yín létí inú, òun lọ̀tá yín. Ẹ̀yin gangan fẹ́ràn ẹ̀tàn ju òtítọ́ lọ. Ẹni tó máa lanu, òkè kí lẹ fẹ́ gè nínú kẹ́ ẹni tó sòótọ́ pé báyìí lórí nírọ́ ló ń pa, ẹni tó wá ń tàn yín yẹn lẹ́wà níbẹ̀ ni. Ṣé nínú ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ wà níbí àtẹni tí ò rí nǹkan kan, ìwọ tó ò rí náà lò ní Nàìjíríà tó jẹ́ pé wàá ṣáàjì fóònù, dátà mélòó ló fẹ́ lò tó fẹ́ fi wo gbogbo news ká? But ẹni tó ń wo gbogbo news kiri tó ní íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì tó rí iná tó fi wò tó bá wá sòótọ́rọ̀ fún yín, nírọ́ ló ń pa. so ìjọ wo lẹ́yìn gan fẹ́ jára yín gbà kúrò lọ́wọ́ àwọn ìjọba tí wọ́n ń da orí yín ríboríbo lọ́dún mẹ́rin mẹ́rin tí wọ́n ń dà yín ríboríbo lọ́dún mẹ́jọ mẹ́jọ gbogbo ẹ̀ la máa sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí lẹ́ni and then ọ̀rọ̀ lórí presidential election petition tribunal so àwọn ìyá wa bàbá wa máa discuss ẹ̀ so mo máa fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ̀ enjoy topic yẹn dáadáa so èmi máa exist torí mo fẹ́ ṣe prayer so káwọn ìyá wa máa bẹ́tò lọ àti bàbá wa Ọlámilékan ẹ káàbọ̀ sà.
Okay, sure.
ẹ̀yin àti queen
Okay.
ilé-ẹjọ́ máa ṣètò èmi ti exist mo ti kúrò báyìí so kẹ́ ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò ibi tẹ́ ẹ bá ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ bóyá queen ni ó confessor ni bóyá lọ́ọ̀yà ni so kẹ́ ẹ mọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa mi ní control yín o so kẹ́ ẹ mọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ṣé tí ò ní wà kóró sánsà.
Ó yẹ kó tún mọ̀ pé ladies first. Àwọn èèyàn máa sọ pé ladies
ó
first.
yá ladies first.
Ladies first.
So I want to thank you for according me that respect. Thank you for that. Not all men can, not all men will do that. So thank you for that. So you are welcome on this show. You're welcome to Tenny Omo Logo Show, especially Tenny fans. So what we'll be discussing here today is going to be current affairs. Okay, regardless of the ethnic groups you come from in Nigeria, we'll be touching on general things. Our government, politics, and some external things as well. So it's going to be current affair. Stay tuned because gbogbo yín ni kíní yìí máa kún. Kò sẹ́ni tí ò kún. Àtàrẹwà o, àti Igbo, àti Yorùbá o, àti Efik, àti Ìjọ, àti Tiv, Igala. Kò sẹ́ni tí ò ní kàn because we are all affected. So, and the question is, báwo la ṣe fẹ́ exit ara wa? Exit in the sense that báwo la ṣe fẹ́ gbara wálẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn leaders wa ẹ̀, all these are political leaders tó ti fún wa ní ọrùn. Báwo la ṣe fẹ́ yọ ọwọ́ wọn yẹn ká yọ kúrò ní ọ̀fun wa? And that's what we'll be discussing here today. And I hope you enjoy our show. Thank you.
Hello?
Yeah, I open the floor to you so you can.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, a bit of introduction.
Yes. My name is Olalekan Lariwaju, and I'm a lawyer, and I will see it in a little bit from another angle.
gbóyin sókè oyin lò ó yá ẹ̀sọ̀ sókè ẹ̀ sí nínú ilé.
Okay, I will see it from another angle, though I align myself with Queen, but we cannot deny the fact that the masses in Nigeria are gullible and that the politicians are taking advantage of the gullibility of the masses. In fact, they have taken full advantage of that for the mere fact that the masses are gullible, the politicians have taken undue advantage of the gullibility of the masses, and they've done it over and over and over and over and over again. It's only in Nigeria that we have what we call godfatherism in politics. It's only in Nigeria that I know, and this is my own personal opinion. To me, we are not practicing democracy in Nigeria. That's my own opinion. We are not. We should give it another name. Because democracy simply means government of the people, by the people, for the people. Now let's take Lagos State as an example, as a case study. Can we say they are practicing democracy in Lagos when somebody, just one man, has been in charge of Lagos State since 1999, just one single man, and everybody has to bow down before that single man? I don't want to mention him, but one single man has been in control in Lagos State since 1999. In fact, there's nothing you can do in Lagos State without his input. So, can we say we are practicing democracy in Lagos? And we have seen how, over the years, governors of Lagos State emerge. He will just sit down at the corner of his bedroom and pick a candidate that he knows he can control and say, okay, you are the next governor. And you dare not go against his will or against his wishes. All the state House of Assembly members in Lagos are selected by him. And he put them there to act as a check and balance on the governor. So if any governor misbehave, House of Assembly members in Lagos State will initiate what we call impeachment proceedings. And that is why you see Lagos State governors, they always behave in an unreasonable way. Permit me to use that language. However, let's now juxtapose it with because Queen said current affairs. So let's juxtapose it with the petition tribunal, presidential election petition tribunal, which is the topic I would like to discuss about. We all know that the election has come and gone, and we all know that a winner has emerged, whether in a proper manner or not. It depends on the side of the divide. But to me, let's start with Section 134 of 1999 Constitution. This is a copy of the Constitution. So let's go to Section 134 of 1999 Constitution as amended. That will be our starting point for today. Because when you want to become a president of Nigeria, there are certain criteria that must be met. It's like theory X and Y. There's something we call theory X and Y in law. Theory X is a condition precedent to theory Y. Without theory X, there won't be theory Y. And vice versa, without theory Y, there won't be theory X. But theory X is a condition precedent to theory Y. You cannot just jump from theory X. You cannot bypass theory X. So before you can be duly elected as the president of Nigeria. Okay. Before you can be duly elected as the president of Nigeria, you have to fulfill about 7 conditions. And then, but the most important is Section 134. Section 134, subsection 1, paragraph A, and paragraph C, and paragraph B. But with your permission, let me read so that I don't say what is not correct. Let me read the Section 134 to all of us. Section 134. With your permission, I read. Election. You see, let me show you. This is it. And the title is Election, 2 or more presidential candidates. Okay? Section 134, subsection 1. A candidate for an election to the office of president shall be deemed, shall. You see, when they use the word shall, it means it's mandatory. You must comply with it. Whenever you see the word shall in the Constitution, it means it's mandatory. You must comply with it. A candidate for an election to the office of president shall be deemed to have been duly elected where there have been only 2 candidates for the election. He has the majority of votes cast at the election. That's paragraph A. Then paragraph B, he has not less than 1/4 of the votes cast at the election in each of at least 2/3 of all the states in the federation and the federal capital territory, Abuja. You see, emphasis and the federal capital territory, Abuja. Let me say it again, and the federal capital territory, Abuja. That means for you to be declared as a duly elected president of Nigeria, you must have at least 25% of the total vote that was casted in Abuja. Now, the new president-elect does not meet that criteria. In fact, it was Peter Obi that has 25. In fact, I was so surprised because even Atiku, who is a northerner, does not even meet 25% criteria in Abuja. Surprisingly, Peter Obi met the criteria. Peter Obi have more than 25% in Abuja. So, and Abuja was mentioned specifically in the Constitution. So the drafters of the Constitution know what they meant by saying you must have 25% of the total votes cast in Abuja. But you know, Nigeria is a country where anything goes. Nigeria is a country where anything goes. they ought to have asked for a rerun. A rerun, two candidates that have the highest total votes that were casted will now go for a rerun. But INEC, whether they are too much in a hurry, announced a presidential candidate who does not meet the criteria that was set up, that was provided in the Constitution. Apart from that, INEC has the guidelines, and it was enumerated in Electoral Act. I have the Electoral Act with me, but it's on my laptop, so I won't be able to pull it out now. I don't have the hard copy, but I have it on my laptop. So INEC has a criteria that must be met when conducting election. Beavers. And the essence of beavers is that from the collation center, you can upload the result straight away to the INEC portal in Abuja. But you see, Nigeria is a funny country, and I will continue to say Nigeria is a funny country. The beavers that did not work in presidential election suddenly work for Senate and House of Rep election the same day. The beavers machine that broke down, that has technical problem during the presidential election, suddenly work in during Senate and House of Rep election the same day. So, and then, funny enough, the man that was even elected now said, go to court. He was the one that first said, go to court. There's an East African proverb that says, if you catch a thief and the thief tell you, go to court, know that the judge is his elder brother. You catch a thief right there, and the thief now have the understanding that tell you, go to court. Let us meet in court. Know that the judge is his elder brother. It's a proverb. So, and then, since then, we have seen that Labour Party now is even being factionalized. So I know that someone must have given some members of some leaders of the Labour Party money to say they are pulling out of Labour Party, and then they are trying to factionalize Labour Party. But however, that's not even our concern for today. Our concern is, let's restrict ourselves to election petition tribunal. Now, the danger of it is this, and I don't know why. It's better we revert back to October. Normally, prior to the government of General Abdul Salami, Independence Day, which is October 1st, that's when they changed government. So I will recommend that we go back to October 1st. That's number one. Number two, I will still recommend that elections should take place in February. If election takes place in February or March, then it will give the petition tribunal ample time to sit before October 1. And then justice will be served. It doesn't make sense to me when the petition is still sitting, a new president has been sworn in. It doesn't make sense to me. So this is where we stop for now. Queen, if you have any other thing to
thank you. A really interesting topic, this presidential petition that is ongoing in Nigeria. Here, what I'm going to start with, you made mention of the word gullible. People are gullible. There is no doubt about that.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to touch on that. Yeah. Now, I have my laptop in front of me. I'm just going to read out the definition of gullibility. Okay. I'm a mix there. Yeah, okay. We are truly sorry. So now, lawyer Lekan sọ wípé pé àwọn èèyàn wa gullible. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, don't take it as an insult, but a mọ̀ pé that is the root cause of the problem. So èmi fẹ́ emphasize lórí gullibility yẹn. So bí máa ṣe ni pé màá kọ́kọ́ lọ wá meaning definition of gullibility. So mo ní laptop mi níwájú mi sìn. So I'm going to read it out. The meaning of gullibility: a tendency to be easily persuaded that something is real or true. That means any year kò ní instinct tiẹ̀, kò ní nǹkan tá à ń pè ní kíní, ṣó ti yé yín báyìí sí, kò lè ronú, kò lè dá ronú rò fúnra ẹ̀. Nǹkan tó bá ti sọ fún pé báyìí ni lòun náà ń tẹ̀lé, bó tiẹ̀ ṣe pé rọ́ ni, tó bá ti sọ pé òótọ́ ni, òun náà á gbọ̀n gbùrùrù, á tẹ̀lé kíní yẹn. So nǹkan tá à ń pè ní gullibility nìyẹn. So mo ti try, I've read it out in English, mo dẹ̀ tún ti break it down, mo ti sọ ní Yorùbá. Ẹ má gbàgbé pé current and fear là ń ṣe, so ọmọ máa mix ẹ̀. Ṣé mọ̀ pé gbogbo ethnic group là ń bá sọ̀rọ̀, gbogbo ara jọ ní problem yẹn ní ilẹ̀ wa ní Nàìjíríà, nǹkan tá à ń pè ní gullibility. So now, ẹ wá jẹ́ ká gbé lọ, ká transfer lọ sí ọ̀rọ̀ election yẹn. Now, gbogbo wa la mọ̀ pé election yìí was rigged for Tinubu. Gbogbo wa la mọ̀, it's obvious, ó hàn pé kò ṣe Tinubu ló win election. Fọlójú gbogbo wa la mọ̀ yẹn, ẹni tó wá sọ pé Tinubu win election, ó gbọ́dọ̀ yẹ pé the person is sick in the head. So, ìgbà tí ó ti win election yẹn, tí àwa ta jẹ̀jẹ́ ta pera wa ní Nigerians ta fọwọ́ lẹ́rọ báyìí, ta jẹ̀ ń wò, no reaction since gba oníyan ṣe election, was it not in February?
February, yes.
And this is May, for goodness sake. Ṣé gullibility yẹn ó ti sọ wá wọ àwọn èèyàn wa lára débi wípé wọn mọ nǹkan tó ń lọ? The only country tí irú nǹkan báyìí lè ti ṣẹlẹ̀, òun náà ní Nàìjíríà. Tó ṣe pé everybody, they kept quiet about it. Nobody wants to say anything about it. And they did it, the government did it, APC did it and got away with it. It shows how gullible we are. It shows how stupid we are. It shows how silly we are. I am very sorry. Why that's why I insult anybody. But I can try láti highlight fact níbí báyìí ni. So, therefore, ọ̀rọ̀ nǹkan tá a pè ní gullibility yẹn, òun ni gan-an ni the main thing. Now, I'm going to use the instance of Senegal, ẹ wo Mali, Senegal, Sudan. Ẹ wo gbogbo àwọn yẹn, wọn ò lè tolerate gbogbo nǹkan táwa tolerate náà. Ṣebí dúdú kan náà ni wa, we are Africans, and they are black like us. So kí ló dé tó ṣe pé àwa la wá ń gba gbogbo ìwọ̀sí sí ara? Tó dẹ̀ ṣe pé àwọn Africans bíi títa wa, wọ́n ti jájú, ojú wọn ti là, wọn ò lè tolerate gbogbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn mọ́ lọ́wọ́ gọ́fìmẹ̀ntì wọn. So what is the problem ní Nàìjíríà? That is the question now. Ọ̀rọ̀ gullibility yẹn, ibẹ̀ máa ṣe padà wá sí, kò sí nǹkan kan tá a bá ṣe, as Nigerians, tí gọ́fìmẹ̀ntì wa máa ń ṣe, táwa bá jẹ́ ń tolerate ẹ̀, nítorí pé à ń take care, ní gọ́fìmẹ̀ntì wa ṣe ń padà tó ń ṣe, tó ń repeat ẹ̀, tó ń túnṣe. Because why? Because they are getting away with it. We made them get away with it. Are we getting me? Tọ́lọ̀ tí bá ń sọ tó bá make point sí, tó bá make sense sí yín, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ máa bá mi drop drop nǹkan sórí chat box. Yes. Nǹkan tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì máa ṣe ń continue láti máa ń ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe. Tó jẹ́ get away pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ní pé tó pé àwa tá a jẹ́ masses, we the citizens, a kọ̀ a sọ̀rọ̀. Tí bá ṣe nǹkan burúkú sí yín, tẹ́ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣé àmọ̀ kí tí máa tún wá lọ́jọ́ mi máa tún túnṣe? Kí ló dé tí mo ṣe ń túnṣe? Nítorí pé mò ń get away pẹ̀lú ẹ o complain, that means mo bá ẹ lára lọ. O like ẹ bí mo ṣe ń ṣe yẹn ló ṣe complain. So I'll keep doing it.
Ìwọ gan ló tún máa jáde wá tún máa bú ẹni tó ẹ pé bá tún fẹ́ jà fún yín ẹ tún máa sọ̀rọ̀. So wọ́n ti rí yín rí wípé kò kàn yín pé ó bá yín lára mu, ẹ má bínú pé mo bá yín dá sọ́mọ gbẹ́nu.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. So, òun lèmi ṣe ń padà wá tí mo fẹ́ hammer lórí gullibility yẹn, not until tá bá address problem yẹn from the root. Are you getting me? Gbogbo kan tó ti wà lókè yẹn, kí ló dé tí ọ̀rọ̀ election tó lóye tó ti jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ petition yẹn tó sun wọn mí nítorí gullibility àwọn èèyàn wa náà ni. Ká ní wọ́n ti bọ́ síta tó ti protest tí ìlú ti dàrú. Ṣé wọ́n bí wọn dá kọ́ máa sọ, wọ́n dẹ̀ máa sọ nípa ọmọ àsúwẹ̀ èèyàn kan yìí ní méjì báyìí bá ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ tí ìlú bá ti dàrú. Ṣé wọ́n máa sọ nípa ẹ̀? No, I just want to go back to the root cause of the problem. Òun náà dẹ̀ ní gullibility yẹn. Are you getting me? Am I making sense to you? Òun ní gullibility yẹn. Táwa tá jẹ́ citizen tá bá ti dàrú, wọ́n bí judge kan jà tó sọ pé òun fẹ́ jókòó, wọ́n bí appeal court kan dà kan láwọn fẹ́ jókòó ní May. Appeal court gan has been bought over by the government. Nígbà tí appeal court bá gbé kíní olówó May, tó máa swearing ló fẹ́ ṣe kíní, ló ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ hearing. Ẹ̀yin appeal court yẹn náà, judge náà àbí kí náà ṣe ń pè justice náà lọ sí kámú tó ti lọ sọ́dọ̀ Tinubu lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́wàá tó ti meet pẹ̀lú Tinubu. So all these things, they are corrupt. Why? Ẹ̀yin náà encourage wọn. ẹ gba 2,000 if you run life yín for 4 years and that still come under gullibility tẹ́yìn bá gbọ́n ni ẹ ní ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́yìn sọ ẹ ra gbogbo ayé yín ẹ ra yí àwọn ọmọ yín tẹ́ bá wá ná 2,000 tẹ́ máa ná láàrin 20 minutes tẹ́ bá fi ra ẹ má kàn fi sí ọbẹ̀ sínú ilé ó ti tán ẹ fi ra 4 years after tí 2,000 yẹn bá tán kán kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ after kí lẹ́yìn máa ṣe after kí lẹ́ máa jẹ after báwo lè ṣe fẹ́ feed àwọn ọmọ yín ṣe rò bí a politician máa rántí kọ̀kọ̀ ṣe àwọn ò ní rántí yín mọ̀ náà tó bá tún ti di another 4 years wọ́n padà wá wọ́n tún wá fún yín ní mi wọ́n tún bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀ tún vote fún wọn kí lẹ rò bí reason kí lẹ rò bí a problem yẹn jẹ́ gullibility náà ni now your inability to discern the truth from lies your inability to discern fact from propaganda your inability to discern factuals from made up things gullibility under gullibility náà ló wà gullibility náà ni pé kẹ́ máa rí ẹni tó ń dúró fún yín tó ń fight fún yín tó fẹ́ nǹkan tó dáa fún yín kẹ́ máa attack ẹ̀ tó ṣe pé ẹni tó ń purọ́ fún yín yẹn oní propaganda yẹn òun lẹ máa support gullibility náà ni ẹ lè discern right from wrong ẹ mọ nǹkan tó right ẹ mọ nǹkan tó wrong so kíni yóò ti di ọ̀rọ̀ ọpọlọ àrùn so I am sorry to say this I need a lot of our therapists our psychiatric I need one rẹpẹtẹ ní ìlú yẹn because people are so doomed people are so I don't know that medulla oblongata wọn kò function rárá so we have people just walking on our streets ní ìlú wa yẹn but they are dead we have dead people walking on the streets ẹ wo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ I'm going to use the case of Senegal which happened of recent just last month tó di wípé ẹni tí ò win election àbí kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé ẹni yẹn ló ṣàní dandandandan òun ló máa jókòó síbẹ̀ ó dethrone opposition kò fẹ́ fún ní àyè masses jẹ́ support opposition you know what happened in Africa ti lajú Nàìjíríà wá lóhùn ẹ wá ń pera yín ní giant ta ló sọ fún giant ni you bloody fool ta ló pè yín ní giant ta ló sọ fún pé yín ní giant ẹni adúlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà if you don't know I'm not here to insult anybody but we are just speaking generally. A kàn fẹ́ waking mind yín. We want to waken that spirit. Tó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ó dead. We just want to waken that spirit. Kẹ́ mọ̀ right yín. Know your right from the wrong. Kẹ́ jẹ́ mọ̀ pé right yín ni. So, ní Senegal, gbogbo ìlú ló dà lọ, ó lọ sí presidential villa. Ṣé president ó lè dúró wò? Wọn bí army gan àti police gbogbo wọn sá lọ ni. President gan fún rẹ̀ disappear. Yín tá ń sọ yìí. Ṣé bó lóòní kúrò ń bẹ̀ ni? Nígbà táwọn tó ní ìlú dé, àwọn tó jọmọ ìlú gangan tó dé síbi bẹ̀, president disappear o. Àrí army kó wá bá wọn o. Wọn bí army gan kan sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ fire. Àrí police o. Àwọn ọmọ ìlú ọgbà ìlú wọn, wọ́n gbàjọba fúnra wọn. Nǹkan tá ń pè ní revolution nìyẹn. Now, ẹ̀yin á máa gbàdúrà ní Nàìjíríà pé àdúrà ló lè ṣe. Ọlọ́run o, mo fẹ́ rán ọmọ mi lọ sí school. Kò sí school nítòsí bíbá yìí. School tó jẹ́ wàyí èmi ò dẹ̀ lè rówó ẹ̀. Ọlọ́run ló máa wá kọ́. They make you believe pé it is God that will do everything for you. It is God that will come down and build those structures for you. What the fuck? Who says that? Ta ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún yín? Let's be honest with ourselves. Gullibility. Don't let people deceive you. I am telling you, wallahi. Ibi tẹ́ bá ti mọ̀ pé irọ́ pọ̀, pastor èké pọ̀, wòlíì àbí kí ló ṣe pé wọ́n, àwọn àfáà èké wọ́n pọ̀, àwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe èké wọ́n ti pọ̀ burúkú ní Nàìjíríà. Kò síbi tí ò sí, kò sẹ́sìn tí ò ti sí. I am now going to take, for instance, mo gba kó tó nípa ṣe election, báwọn èèyàn ṣe ń pariwo pé Tinubu ò ní wọlé. Kí ni nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀? Àwọn gbogbo ẹ̀yin pásítọ̀ tẹ́ ní Tinubu ò ní wọlé níbo lẹ wà báyìí? Mo rẹ́rìn. Ṣẹ́rí ẹ̀yin eléèké, ẹ̀yin pásítọ̀ eléèké, ẹ̀yin àfà eléèké tó ṣe pé ẹ̀kọ́ fi ń jẹun ni. Ṣẹ́rí bọ́lọ̀ ṣe tú àṣírí síta. Ṣẹ́rí ọ̀tọ̀ ní kọ́lọ̀ ń sọ nǹkan fún yàn. Àwọn ẹlòmíì, àwọn àfà míì, àwọn pásítọ̀ míì, they will take that message personal. Ọlọ́run á wá yí mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́. Only nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nípa kéèsì ti Tinubu. They took it so personal to the extent wípé àwọn èèyàn wá ń wò pé Ọlọ́run gan wá ń wò pé ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ mi mo fún yín ní message ẹ ṣe wá sọ di titara yín tí Tinubu ẹlòmíì máa fọwọ́ ladẹ̀ Tinubu bá wọlé báyìí mi ò ṣe pásítọ̀ mọ́ mo máa fi ṣe Ọlọ́run lẹ̀ mo wá wò báyìí pé eléyìí ti take a personal emotion ti wọ̀ tọ́lọ́run bá rún ẹ níṣẹ́ jíṣẹ́ tọ́lọ́run rún ẹ. Ṣé ẹ wá fẹ́ sọ fún mi pé Ọlọ́run ò mọ̀ sí bó ṣe yí mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́? Ẹ wá fẹ́ sọ fún mi pé election fraudulent gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn Ọlọ́run ò mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀. Ó jẹ́ sanction ẹ̀. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé ó yí mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́ ni? Stop taking things too personal. Emotion ti ń wọ gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe. And this should open the eyes of our people. Láti jẹ́ kọ́ mọ̀ pé àwọn eléèké ló pọ̀ jù. Àwọn tọ́lọ́ Ọlọ́run rán àwọn òun ló pọ̀ jù. Wọ́n ń lò yín wọ́n fi ń jẹun ni. You can actually discern the right things from the wrong. Okay, we say for instance, we are human beings. Okay, Lawyer Lekan is human. I am human. Mo lọ́pọlọ tèmi. Right? Orukaku lọ́pọlọ tiẹ̀. Àwọn tó pera wọn ní political leaders wa, wọ́n ní ọpọlọ. Right? Kí ló dé tí Ọlọ́run ṣe fún wa lọ́pọlọ? Ṣebí ká lè lò ó ni. Ọlọ́run wá fún wa ní ọpọlọ yẹn tán. Ẹ má gbà ìkókò ṣe ẹnìkan ló fún o, including your political leaders. Náà lèmi bá wí nísìn. Kí ló dé táwọn political leaders ní ọ̀ ṣe wá lo ọpọlọ yẹn? Kó fi kọ́ schools, kó fi kọ́ hospitals, kó fi build amenities, kó build the state. Ṣùgbọ́n ọpọlọ tó kọ̀ tó fi ṣe gbogbo àwọn project yẹn fún àwọn citizen, ọpọlọ yẹn kan náà ni wọ́n ń lò ó tó fi ń kówó jẹ. Ọpọlọ yẹn kan náà ni wọ́n ń lò ó tó fi ń dribble yín. Tó ṣe pé wọ́n wá every 4 years, wọ́n fún yín ní 2,000, wọ́n fún yín ní rice, wọ́n fún yín ní gàrí. Àbí kò ṣe ọpọlọ yẹn náà kan náà, ta ló kọ́ wọn? Ṣé Ọlọ́run sọ̀kalẹ̀ wá kọ́ wọn? No, Ọlọ́run ti fún wọn ní gbà. Ọlọ́run, God created the heaven and the earth. And on the 7th day, he rested. Ó ti dá gbogbo ẹ̀. Gbogbo nǹkan tó lóun dá ó wà perfect. Gbogbo ẹ̀ pé ẹ̀yin ilẹ̀ wá lò ó. So stop láti máa purọ́ ọmọ Ọlọ́run. Ọlọ́run gan ní àsìkò ti sú òun. You people should stop lying on God. You want this God? Hey, Ọlọ́run o. Màmá wò pé kí ló dé gan? Ọlọ́run máa ní sùúrù fún wa ní Nàìjíríà yìí o. Ká lọ́lọ́run jẹ́ ẹni tó ṣe pé ó burú. Àwọn tó máa ti pa sọnù ló pọ̀ jù nínú àwọn èèyàn wa. We have to be honest with ourselves. You see, gullibility òun ló affect gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń ṣe. Gullibility náà òun ló dé gbogbo tó wọnú election tó ṣe pé èmi inú yín ẹ lọ tẹ́ ẹ bá tiẹ̀ tá bá tiẹ̀ sọ pé okay o, let's take for instance ẹni Gbádébọ̀ fẹ́ gbé Èkó, èmi accept, èmi ò bá yàn kankan argue. Right? Okay, ṣebí Jandor wà ń bẹ̀, ṣebí ọmọ Èkó ni Jandor, ọmọ Sùúrùlérè ni Jandor. Kí ló dé tẹ́ ṣe vote fún? Kí ló dé tó ṣe pé Sanwó-Olú lẹ lọ vote fún ẹni tó pa yín? Gullibility. They discern right from wrong. Well, goodness, wọ́n tàn yín, ẹ̀yin náà jẹ́ sáré wọ́n fẹ́ gbèkó, wọ́n fẹ́ gbèkó, èmi gan ò fẹ́ kọ́ gbèkó, ọmọ Èkó lèmi gan fúnra. Ṣùgbọ́n mo mọ̀ pé Jandor, mo lè fún Jandor mo lè fún ní chance now. Why not? Okay? So Jandor Beshiriya is a very young chap, but very, very educated guy. Ọmọ Èkó gidi, wọ́n máa sọ pé Èkó, ọmọ Èkó Àwórì gidi ni tó ṣe pé very educated. Dr. Jandor là ń pè é. Kò jẹ́ sẹ́ni tó máa lè remote ẹ bá ṣe rí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn. Ìgbà tí Bọ̀dé George tí ò ti lo remote ẹ̀, tí ò lè control ẹ̀ kó tó di pé wọ́n ṣe election. Ṣé ẹ̀yin wá rò bí ẹni pé wọ́n á lè control ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ìgbà tó ṣe election fún? Ìgbà tí Bọ̀dé George ò ráyè control ẹ̀, ṣe bóun ló ṣe lọ support Gbádébọ̀. Don't you people know that? Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀? Fúnkẹ́ Akíndélé náà ńkọ́? Ó gbajú, I mean, the ladies, ẹ máa rí pé she is very independent. I will compare her with other Nollywood actors. Funke is different, very creative. So ṣé ẹ rò bẹ́ẹ̀ pé tó bá débẹ̀, wọn ò ní rorí dáadáa, wọn ò ní ṣe nǹkan, wọ́n ti mọ nǹkan tí àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ nínà. Though we know that the election was rigged, so there is that possibility kò ṣe pé Jandor ló gbé second, but a mọ̀ pé wọ́n manipulate gbogbo ẹ̀ láti favour APC. APC ò win election kankan ní gbogbo state kankan. I can say it confidently. Ipe APC will win election, but our own gullibility contributed to all these things. Our gullibility, nǹkan tá à ń ṣe, we contributed to it. So ìjíjáde tẹ́ ẹ̀ jáde yẹn sọ fún wọn pé ó tẹ́ yín lọ́rùn. Òun lẹ ṣe rí wọn bó ṣe manipulate gbogbo ẹ̀. They manipulated the election and straight to the court. They are now manipulating the Supreme Court. So what's going on? Oh yeah, mi lẹ́nu Nigeria nìkan ni irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ lè ti ṣẹlẹ̀ o. Àwọn small countries tó ṣe pé other African countries wọ́n mà ti ń dìde wọ́n ti ń jà fara wọn. Ẹ wo Mali wọ́n ti gbára wọn lẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ France. Ẹ wo Senegal, ẹ wo Sudan. Ẹ̀yin wá dúró. Ẹ wá ń pera yín ní giant. Ta ló pè yín ní giant? Ó ní bloody, ó ní my foot. Ó ní ta ló pè yín ní giant? Who told you are giant of what? Giant àwọn dẹrandẹran. On this note, màá tún gbé padà fún colleague mi káwọn náà tún, kó tún ṣe analysis there. So èmi kàn fẹ́ ṣe analysis lórí credibility yẹn. I still have some other topics we are going to discuss later. Tó ṣe pé ó máa affect mi, ó affect mi. Ó affect ìwọ tó jẹ́ Igbo, ó affect ìwọ tó bá jẹ́ Ìjọ, ó affect ìwọ tó jẹ́ Efik, ìwọ tó bá jẹ́ Ìgàlà, ìwọ tó jẹ́ Arewa, ìwọ tó jẹ́ talk of any other ethnic groups we have in Nigeria. These things will affect us, including labor union as well. So we are going to discuss that. So I submit to my honorable colleague, Lawyer Lekon. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Queen. Now, me tell you about Meko ni. Nítorí èmi máa ń bọ̀ àwọn Meko gan.
I'm both Lagos and Ogun State. I'm from there.
Mo máa ń bú àwọn Meko. Àdómọdúsì ni mo ti máa ń bọ̀ àwọn Meko. Èmi ò mọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn kan lè gọ̀ báyìí bí ọmọ Èkó.
Ohun yẹn lọ́lẹ̀ díẹ̀.
Okay. Mi mọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn bí ará Èkó lè. Permit me to use that language, and I'm sorry to use this language. Èmi ò mọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn lè gọ̀ bí wọ́n ṣe gọ̀ lÉkòó yẹn. That just one single man. We hold everybody to ransom. We are talking about a state that have a population of over 17 million people. And then just one single individual who is not even from Lagos State. We hold everybody to ransom. Let's start with how Lagosians are gullible. Terribly gullible. There is this new mantra now. Yorùbá ronú. Yorùbá ronú. Ọmọ ẹni ṣe ìdìbẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀. Those are foolish statements. Let me start with Tinubu and his greedy nature. I know of three children. I don't know how much me Tinubu to be, and I don't put my nose into people's private affairs. But as of today, I know that he has 3 children. Okay, those 3 children, they have a property portfolio that is worth $15 million outside Nigeria. Let me say it again, my on Yoruba. Tinubu has 3 children. Those 3 children, together, they have a property portfolio that is worth $15 million outside Nigeria, not within Nigeria. So now imagine pé kí àwọn ọmọ Tinubu kan wá invest $15 million nínú Èkó. $15 million. No, I'm not saying $15 million naira. Zainab Tinubu, at the age of 25, ó ra ilé sí Brooklyn in New York. And I will give you the address. I will give you the address of the house. Zainab Tinubu, at the age of 25, bought a house worth $2.15 million. That means $2,150,000. And she paid cash. This is the address of the house. 55 Berry Street, Brooklyn. Zip code is 11249. Àbúrò Abibat. One name after Elijah Abibat Mogaji. Àbúrò Abibat, at the age of 22, ó ra ilé tó worth $2.4 million. See Manhattan. And the address is 255 Hudson Street, New York. And the zip code is 10013. Now, ṣèyí ẹ̀gbọ́n wọn tí ò ní ṣe kankan lọ́wọ́, ó ra ilé tó worth $10.8 million ní London, ní St. John's Wood. In fact, to make it funny, ilé tí Alice Madueke tó tà ní Ṣèyí Tinubu rà. Let me say it again, ilé tí Alice Madueke former minister for petroleum ilé tó tà ní Ṣèyí Tinubu rà. So olè kan ta nǹkan, olè míì tún rà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. And then I was so surprised pé àwọn ará Èkó sì lè máa support Tinubu, and I will tell you the reason. Apart from pé àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀rọ alẹ́ sí London àti US, the same Tinubu ó lọ sí
Continue.
Okay, you okay there? Okay, so now Nkantama continue. So what we are going to do now is still my colleague joined me. I'm going to bring up a topic, and this is an interesting. Okay, I'll leave him. Let him. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So Ṣèyí Tinubu ra ilé ní St. John's Wood in London, Central London, to what? $10.8 million. Now, Tinubu Baba I have evidence. Anything I say, I have evidence. He has over 500 properties in Lagos. He alone. Tinubu alone. And when I say 500 properties in choice areas, means only kò ní lé sí Òkòkò Michael, kò ní lé sí Ketu, kò ní lé sí Ìyànà Ìbà o. Between Lekki, Victoria Land, and Ikoyi, Tinubu nìkan ní over 500 properties. That I know. Àwọn ìtàn ìsọ̀bọ̀ jù ẹ̀ lọ. Ilẹ̀ tó yẹ kó fi kọ́ General Hospital ní Lekki, Tinubu gbà ó fi ṣe golf course. Ọba kan ló ń bá manager mi ní dárúkọ báyìí. Let me say it again. Ilẹ̀ tó yẹ kó fi kọ́ General Hospital ní Lekki, Tinubu gbà lọ́wọ́ àwọn ará Lekki, ó fi kọ́ golf course. Ó dẹ̀ gbé fún ọba kan lẹ̀ Yorùbá ló manage golf course.
Saheed náà ló máa jẹ́, Elégùṣì ló máa jẹ́, ta ló tún fẹ́ ṣe é? Elégùṣì Saheed náà ló lè ṣe nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
Ìjọba ṣe Saheed, kì í ṣe Saheed, on the surface kì í ṣe Saheed, ọba mi, on the surface, first class ọba tó máa ń pè ní àròlé.
Ọba wa lẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
Kì í ṣe Èkó, ọba ètò ẹ̀ṣọ́ ọba Èkó sẹ́ẹ̀, ó yẹ kó mọ ẹni tó ń pè ní àròlé Oòduà.
Okay, ó ti yé mi bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Àwọn ọba wa nífẹ̀ẹ́.
Ìjọ ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o, ìsọ ìdárúkọ ẹ̀fẹ̀ o.
Ọba wa nífẹ̀ẹ́. Mo pè tán o, ojú mi rèé o. Ìfipò ọba mi nífẹ̀ẹ́, ẹ kú iṣẹ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń gbé góòdù náà lẹ́tún ṣe ń gbé tèkó, ó lé kú o.
So and then ó lọ sí Polytechnic Ketu ní Kòsí, ó gbalẹ̀ wọn. You see, what I'm interested is this. There's something we call Land Use Act. Let me bring in law now. Only foundation mo fẹ́ lé ni o, ìyẹn gbogbo kan dédé sọ̀rọ̀ ilẹ̀. By virtue of Land Use Act, no governor can seize your property unless by what we call overriding public interest. And this is how it works. Let me analyze it for you. Not for you, but for the viewers. For example, Queen Onílẹ̀ ní Lekki, àwa rí pé ilẹ̀ yẹn tabanika kọ́ school, ilẹ̀ yẹn ló dájú fún school. Because ilẹ̀ yẹn ó wà láàrin ìlú. So ó mì pé tọ́wọ́n ọmọ bá fẹ́ wá sí school, easily wọ́n máa ní access sí school nítorí pé ilẹ̀ ó wà láàrin Lekki. Ó ti yẹ kò sí kọ́nà. By virtue of Land Use Act, tí bá jẹ́ gómìnà Èkó mo lè wá kó ìjọba bínú sórí ilẹ̀ yìí kì í ṣe pé ó ní anything nítorí pé ilẹ̀ ibi tó wà fún wa ká fi ṣe school. Okay? Then tábàdé ìgbà tó bá máa fún mi nílẹ̀ yẹn, èmi tí mo jẹ́ gómìnà màá lọ fún ẹ nílẹ̀ síbòmíì ní Lekki. Kò yẹ màá lọ fún ẹ nílẹ̀ síbòmíì. Bó ṣe pé 3+ ló fún mi tó wà láàrin Lekki, màá lọ sí ibòmíì ní Lekki, màá lọ fún ẹ ní another 3+. Then màá fún ẹ ní owó pé I displace from your land I'll follow as compensation. But then, my God, mo wá gbúdọ̀ fi ilẹ̀ yẹn mo gbúdọ̀ fi kọ́ primary school yẹn ni. Mo gbúdọ̀ fi ilẹ̀ yẹn mo gbúdọ̀ fi kọ́ primary school. Do you know that ọmọ akọ́tà máa ń ṣe lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ọmọ akọ́tà ní Tinubu máa ń ṣe á lọ gbalẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn á ní gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì fẹ́ lò ó. Mo ní evidence ẹ̀ ní o kì í ṣe once kì í ṣe twice á lọ gbalẹ̀ pé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì fẹ́ lo ilẹ̀ yìí. At the end of the day á pè fún àwọn ọ̀rẹ́. Let's mention Ìlúbìrin nǹkan tó ṣe ní Ìlúbìrin nìyẹn. In fact, 20 Ìlúbìrin was even worse. Ọmọ akọ́tà ṣe ní Ìlúbìrin. Ìlúbìrin used to be a settlement, fishing settlement. Táwọn ìlàjẹ ń gbé. Do you know that Tinubu used Lagos State money to sanfill Ìlúbìrin? Hear me well, o. He used Lagos State government money to sanfill Ìlúbìrin, and at the end of the day, transfer it to an individual. And Lagos State people does not see anything wrong with it. Àwọn ará Èkó gọ̀, mo sọ́dọ̀ àti sọ.
Can I say this? Can I say this? Yes. Ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú ọmọ Alágẹmọ ni mí, and proudly ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú Òde. So Lagos is secondary. Ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú Òde tán. Ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú Òde lèmi Àjẹsà. Okay, now what I'm going to say to that is that most of these people, mo mọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn máa ń blame àwọn ọmọ Èkó, but we have to be honest. Wọ́n ní information yẹn lọ́wọ́. Ẹni tí ò bá jáde síta ló nítorí pé wọn information tẹ́yìn ò bá ní èèyàn lè jókòó bọ́ síta wá máa sọ. So wọn ò mọ nǹkan tó go on. For example, irú èrè mẹ́ta yẹn tó ń gbìn sí tó wà ní ọ̀nà Lagos Ibadan expressway yẹn. Ṣebí later láṣẹ wá find out pé wọ́n plant kankan síbi bẹ̀. Pé nǹkan kan wà lábẹ́ ẹ̀. Pé ó ní reason tó gbé síbi bẹ̀. But kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀. You see, ẹ̀wọ̀n yẹn á kàn fojú yẹn wò lásán bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. So most of this information kò sí ní public domain. Information tí ó bá ti sí ní public domain, there is actually nothing people can do. But tó bá ti wà ní public domain bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, àwọn èèyàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa bá wọn máa fọ, wọ́n máa tú, wọ́n á analyze them. Ìgbà kan náà ni mo gbọ́ pé tábàdá láwùsá lára ọ́fíìsì tí Lagos State government wà, wọ́n ní wọ́n máa ń lo bẹ̀ yẹn fún meeting. Later mo gbọ́ pé àṣé foundation kò ń ṣe foundation building yẹn gangan, I mean ibi apartment yẹn tó máa ń lò yẹn, tó mọ̀ pé téèyàn bá ń kọ́lé wọ́n á rẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀, wọ́n ní ìsàlẹ̀ ó ní nǹkan tí Tinubu ti ṣe síbi bẹ̀. Ibẹ̀ yẹn ló máa jókòó tó máa insist pé kí gbogbo wọn ti jọ meet. Kò sí nǹkan tó máa bá yín sọ nínú rúùmù yẹn tẹ́ ẹ̀ nígbà ẹ̀ lè kọ́ sí létí. Ṣebí mo ṣe investigation débẹ̀ ni mo fi mọ̀.
Okay.
Yeah. So báwo ni gbogbo àwọn èèyàn ṣe máa mọ̀ irú àwọn kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kò lè bọ́ sí public domain, àwọn èèyàn ò lè mọ̀. But nítorí pé mi ṣe investigation mi débi bẹ̀ pé mo lọ ń press àwọn tí mo mọ̀ pé wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ níbi bẹ̀ yẹn, wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú Lagos State government. Ni mo lọ press àwọn tó ti ṣiṣẹ́ tó ti pẹ́ níbi bẹ̀. Tó mọ gbogbo àwọn secret yẹn, tó jẹ́ èyí pé politician àwọn náà fúnra wọn ni mo fi bí wọ́n lọ́fi ní fún èmi náà ní information yẹn. Mi ìbá má ní information yẹn lọ́wọ́. So nǹkan tí mo try láti sọ nìyẹn pé a lè blame àwọn ọmọ Èkó, wọn gbogbo information yìí kò sí lọ́wọ́ wọn pé Tinubu lọ ra nǹkan báyìí, ó lọ ra eléyìí báyìí, ó gba gbogbo Lẹ́kì ó lọ mú ó sanfil gbogbo Lẹ́kì, ó wá gbé orúkọ ara ẹ̀, ó wá gbé sórí ẹ̀, Lagos State transfer Lẹ́kì fún ẹ, ìwọ wá sanfil ẹ̀, ó wá sanfil ẹ̀ tán orúkọ ẹ̀ ló wà wà bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ìwọ ló ní gbogbo Lẹ́kì. Tinubu ló ṣe gbogbo orúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. So but nítorí pé èèyàn ní access, èèyàn súnmọ́ àwọn tó wà nídìí document yẹn gangan ni èèyàn fi mọ̀, kò ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló ní opportunity yẹn náà. So nǹkan tí mo try láti sọ sí pé a lè máa blame àwọn ọmọ Èkó fún gbogbo ẹ̀, wọn ò ní information yẹn lọ́wọ́, tó bá ní lọ́wọ́ wá ṣe. Àti pé Tinubu ó ti ṣiṣẹ́ burúkú sẹ́yìn, irú example níbi tí mo sọ pé tó ti ń ṣe meeting yẹn, tẹ́ bá ti wọ bẹ̀ báyìí èdè tí gbogbo àwọn tó bá wọ bẹ̀, gbogbo nǹkan tó bá sọ lẹ́ máa accept.
Okay, kò ì jẹ́ sọ kíkọ̀ fún ẹ. Mo agree pẹ̀lú ẹ on the side of the masses. I agree totally. What of somebody like Ọ̀ṣínbàjò and Fashola? Okay. Ọ̀ṣínbàjò is a lawyer. Fashola is a lawyer. Okay. Both of them are lawyers. For that 8 years, Tinubu fi rape Lagos State. Ọ̀ṣínbàjò and Tinubu and Fashola were the ones that perpetrated this fraud. on behalf of Tinubu.
Can I say something to that?
Uh-huh.
Sherry Oshibajo, we can't blame him much because he's not a Lagosian. Ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú níbi tèmi báyìí. So tó bá fẹ́ wá lọ ṣe gọlùgọlù wọ́n á tètè fàyọ ni pé kí ló ń ṣe ẹ́ a wá fún ẹ ní position ní Èkó inú ẹ̀ ò dùn.
But Queen, any God he who comes to equity must come with clean hand. Tinubu fúnra gan ìjọba Èkó.
I know but Fáṣọlá o èmi ní information Fáṣọlá lọ́wọ́ o Fáṣọlá bá Tinubu po fíìgìdì nígbà tó jẹ gọ́vnọ̀. Fáṣọlá ló dìde successfully tó wojú Tinubu tí Tinubu calm down. Ó ń gba owó ẹ̀ lọ o but ó sọ fún Tinubu pé no kò ń ṣe nǹkan tó béèrè ló máa fún ẹ. Ó slash ẹ̀ fún. Ìgbà yẹn la fi ń gbọ́ rúmọ̀ pé wàhálà ti wà láàrin Fáṣọlá àti Tinubu ńgbà yẹn tí rúmọ̀ yẹn spread kiri. Kò ń ṣe rúmọ̀ o. It was real. Problem yẹn was real. Fáṣọlá wojú ẹ̀. But it was easy for him ṣe pé Fáṣọlá fúnra ẹ̀ gan ọmọ Èkó lòun náà. So it was easy for him. Eléyìí ọmọ àlè tó wà ń bẹ̀ kò lè ṣe nǹkan tí Fáṣọlá ṣe. Nǹkan tí kí lórúkọ ẹ̀ eléyìí tó wà ń bẹ̀ kí eléyìí tó débẹ̀ kí lórúkọ ẹ̀ eléyìí ọmọ Ìpẹ́. Ambode. Nǹkan tóun náà ń try láti ṣe nǹkan tí Fáṣọlá ṣe tó get away pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ náà ni Ambode fẹ́ ṣe but Ambode didn't get away with it. Òun náà ni òpònú tó wà ń bẹ̀ nísìnyí náà. Òun ò tẹ̀ wá lè ṣe nǹkan kò lè darí rò tó bá sọ pé èèyàn wà gullible ó kàn kàwé lásán ni ó kàn gbédé kínní ni tó bá sọ pé first class gullibility òun ni number 1 ìyẹn gullible lọ́pàyàn apá lọ ṣe báyìí á ṣe ibi tó wá wọ̀ sí dé tí bí Tinubu ṣe ń control ẹ̀ náà ni Rẹ̀mí náà ṣe ń control ẹ̀ torí òun àti Rẹ̀mí ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú kan náà ni wọ́n Rẹ̀mí ló jẹ́ kó return fún second tenure Tinubu ti fẹ́ yọ ó ti fẹ́ gbé ọmọ ẹ̀ ṣe yìí sí Rẹ̀mí ló fà padà wá pé irọ́ kò níbi kankan tó ń lọ. So nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe ń remote ẹ̀ bí Tinubu ṣe ń remote ẹ̀ náà ni Rẹ̀mí ń remote ẹ̀ òun àti Rẹ̀mí bọ́dẹ̀ ṣe close báyìí rẹ̀ bí nǹkan jọ jẹ́ ọmọ ibì kan náà so òun kò lórí rárá kò lọ́pọlọ so what I'm trying to say is àṣírí àwọn méjì àwọn ex-governor méjì tó actually tó just tó rebuff Tinubu but he couldn't do anything so a ní àyà ju ara wa lọ that is what I would say so nǹkan tẹ́lómi máa ṣe tó máa get away pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ẹlòmíì á ṣe á jẹ́ bù lọ́wọ́.
But this concept pé Tinubu ṣe oògùn ó ti àbótí kan dùn wọ́n mọ́lẹ̀ I beg to differ and I will tell you the reason.
I can't hear you well.
About this concept.
I can't hear you well. So that pé mi mọ ní ti kíní ẹ ṣe lóògùn lẹ́ni.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Mo ní this concept pé Tinubu ó ṣe oògùn ó ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ yẹn I beg to a little bit to be different and I will tell you the reason. Àwọn bíi Ambode àwọn bíi Fáṣọlá àbí bí Ọ̀ṣínbàjò tí Tinubu wà lọ ṣoògùn and then àwọn politicians yòókù tó wà ní Lagos State ṣé wọ́n náà wọ̀nyẹn náà lọ gbúdọ̀ lọ ṣoògùn títí wọn ni. Okay. ṣọgbọ́n kan tí mo sọ.
Ya mo tẹ̀ wá ń connect sí Bluetooth sí bóyá máa tẹ̀ lè gbọ́ dáadáa. Ya mo gbọ́.
Mo ní tí Tinubu bá ti ṣoògùn kí ló stop àwọn bíi Fáṣọlá náà káwọn náà lọ ṣoògùn títí wọn. Now it takes two to tango. Màmá mi máa ń pòwe kan pé gba ọ̀bọ mi ò gba ọ̀bọ láriwo ṣe máa ń pọ̀ lọ́jà torí tó bá di tó ń pariwo lọ́jà wọn ò jà o kí wọ́n ń jà ìjọba máa fọ̀bọ lọ ẹ́ ìwọ ló gbúdọ̀ gbà tó bá wà ní ọjà. Ṣé tí Fáṣọlá náà bá lọ ṣoògùn tó bá lọ sọ́dọ̀ babaláwo wá ní wọ́n ní ṣoògùn fún? Ṣé tí Ọ̀ṣínbàjò bá lọ sọ́dọ̀ babaláwo wá ní wọ́n ní ṣoògùn fún? Àbí tí Ambode bá lọ sọ́dọ̀ babaláwo wá ní wọ́n ní ṣoògùn? Now to come back to you gbogbo ló gullible that's my own personal opinion. Àti Fáṣọlá o.
Yeah àti pé Tinubu ó ti play fast number mọ́ wọn lára because òun ló kọ́kọ́ lọ gbọ́wọ́ kíní yẹn kò sẹ́ni tó rò pé ó máa ṣe kíní ìfáwọn. And ọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu ìgbà tí màmá Mọ́gàjì lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó kú lọ́rọ̀ Tinubu ló get out of hand Tinubu ò ní upper hand tó yẹ nígbà tí màmá Mọ́gàjì ṣì wà ńbẹ̀ tó ṣì wà láyé. Àti bọ̀ ya Mọ́gàjì ya Tinubu òun náà ló ń jẹ́ Tinubu.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
no more.
So Tinubu fún rẹ̀ Ahmed jẹ́ kí n pè ní Ahmed kò ní power tó yẹn but bó ṣe di pé ó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní build power yẹn ìgbà tó ti pé màmá yẹn ti ń dàgbà tí màmá yẹn gan fún ẹ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lose memory ẹ̀ ló ti lọ ń build agbára yẹn so ó ti tojú bọ oríṣiríṣi kò sẹ́ni tó rò ó gbòògbà tó òun ti lọ mú everybody lára by the time everybody ṣebí okay ṣebí kò yí pẹ́ náà táwọn náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní realize pé ó dẹ̀ pé oògùn ni bọ̀bọ̀ yìí ń ṣe àmọ́ pọ́gùn ló ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ náà kò yí pẹ́ náà ṣé àwọn afẹ́sọ́ pa gọ́líbù ni àmọ́ gọ́líbù náà but ó ti gbé fast card mọ́ wa lára he is very fast very smart ó dẹ̀ ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn I am confident pé kò ń ṣojú lásán kéèyàn dẹ̀ ṣe tó bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ó dẹ̀ gba gbogbo ilẹ̀ tó yẹn ọjọ́ tí máa kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ títí lẹ́kì yẹn ẹ̀rù bá mi ó ní Tinubu ẹni tó jẹ́ tó súnmọ́ fámìlì mi Tinubu báwo ni wọ́n ní kọ́ máa ṣe ní gbogbo bíi.
Máa gbọ́ bí Queen kékeré nìyẹn ṣọmọ bí wọ́n pè ní Lekki free zone Lekki free zone ni àwọn Dangote kọ́ refinery sí.
Gbogbo àwọn bí tọ́ṣẹ̀ àkwáyà yẹn àwọn bíi Newport tọ́ṣẹ̀ ń kọ́.
Tinubu ló ní half of those places. You see, I still don't. You see what even baffles me? What baffles me is that why will somebody be so greedy like that? Why will a single human being be so greedy like this? Greedy.
Yeah. Oh no, ni ó máa mú mi lọ sí so that will take me on to ẹ̀san. Mo hope pé àwọn èèyàn wá ń find nǹkan tá à ń sọ ó wà interesting sí wọn. Wọ́n ní what goes round this world is more of like a circle. Yeah, a circle is just like this shape. And what goes round comes around. So that's what we mean. That's what I mean when I say the world is a circle. So what goes round comes around. Nǹkan tó bá ṣe fún èèyàn, òun náà ló máa padà wá ṣe fún ẹ. And anything Tinubu is experiencing today, eléyìí ò ń ṣe pé èèyàn kan ṣèkà fún un. I'll be honest with you guys. Payback ni. Kò sí nǹkan téèyàn bá ṣe nílé ayé yìí payback ni. Jẹ́ gbogbo tó ń lọ kiri yẹn ṣe bá rẹ́ lòmíì tí ó tó ju Tinubu lọ tó ṣe pé they are healthy, they are doing fine. Kò sí nǹkan tó ṣe wọ́n náà. Gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn nǹkan tó ti ṣe burúkú sẹ́yìn ni. Even come May 29, we are not even sure if he's going to be sworn in. We are not sure.
Okay. Sorry, interrupt. If I were to be Labour Party or PDP lawyer, okay, apart from the Election Petition Tribunal, I will approach the Supreme Court and say, look, it will be very unfair when the case is still pending in the tribunal, and then you go ahead to swear this man in. I will go to the Supreme Court. That will be another separate suit on its own. You understand? Devoid of the petition tribunal. But look, there will be miscarriage of justice if there is a case still pending at the election petition tribunal, and then this man is now being sworn in. It doesn't make sense to me. You understand? And that's why I said it's better that we readjust our election calendar. Let's revert back to October 1st. Okay.
But the question is, you are making a good point. Who is going to follow up on that? You want the gullible people to do that for you? No.
What I'm saying is this. Okay, why do we have National Assembly? That's the job of the National Assembly, to amend this constitution. But do you think they're going to do that, or do you think they are even willing to do that? Those people are just there for their own selfish interest. And then that's the more reason that the masses is come back to the masses.
Yes, so we need to address. It is our masses that we need to actually rise up. Just rise them up.
Yes. Now that boils to the fact that the masses should know the caliber of people they will elect to the National Assembly.
Yes.
Yes. Because they can amend the constitution and say, look, after all, everybody knows that October 1st is the Independence Day. So if we go back to October 1st, let's have the election in February. Okay,
Yeah.
let's have the election in February. Then after the election, if there's any dispute, election dispute, it will give the judges ample time to decide it before October 1st. You understand? So that by the time we are in October 1st, they are finished with the election petition tribunal.
Yes.
And then
which makes sense.
Yes. Then the new president will not have legitimacy problem. Now, people don't even know the implication. There are two things that will happen. If Tinubu is sworn in, if there's a swearing in ceremony on May 29, if the election petition tribunal exceeds May 29, there are two things that will happen. Either, assuming the tribunal now said, I'm not preempting them, assuming the tribunal said, let's nullify this election because of so reason, then we are back to sky. Another thing that will happen is for Tinubu, being the president, already president, use money, use coercion, use duress, and say, okay, give judgment in my favor.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do, because once he is sworn in, he is the president. He can actually remove the Supreme Justice. He can do whatever. He can manipulate the whole thing. It's either you do it in my favor or out. So that's what their plan is to do. So that will take us on, if you permit me, will take us on to another topic, which I think is very, very interesting. We are just going to mix everything. I came across something, was it not 2 days ago? And that is, and nobody paid attention to this. And it is the National Assembly. They had just passed a bill. It's now at it's gone through the first reading. And they just passed a bill that will seek to criminalize protest in Nigeria. And nobody, even the Igbos that they are self-determining, campaigning for their own nation, is going to affect every aspect, every major areas in the country. Labor, you have medical association, you have also those campaigning for a new nation, those who wants to, who wants the solution. This new bill is going to affect us all. And I was just shocked that nobody said anything about it. So it's gone through the first reading. As you know, it's a process when you pass the legislation in the parliament. It has a process. It goes through for Nigeria. I don't know, but I believe Nigeria adopted the UK system, which is it goes through the first reading to the second reading, from the second reading to the committee stage to the third stage, and from the third stage, then straight here in the UK, then royal assent. Royal assent means that is when it will be sent to the president, and the president will sign. Once the president signs, it becomes a law. But here is the issue. Once it's gone through the first reading, oh my goodness God, that means Parliament accepted. Both the Senate and the lower chamber have already accepted. And if we leave them like that, let it go, through the second committee stage, oh my goodness, then I think it would take the mighty strength of external factors to influence things and make them abandon the bill. So this is a big issue. Once that is done, listen to me. For those of you who are campaigning for self-determination, you can no longer go out there and protest. You can no longer go out there or do your rally. Then we have the labor. Those are the people that we are talking about. Labor union, medical association. We have lecturers and all sorts. Of recent, I think the people working at the airport, just decided they are not going to, they'll stop working. All those things you cannot protest. So everybody, so it's more of like we are now like an Islamic state. Like Dubai, where you are not allowed to protest. Like Saudi Arabia, where you are not allowed to protest. So systematically, they're already turning Nigeria to an Islamic country. If you people don't understand that, and that's gullibility. I don't live in Nigeria. You live in Nigeria. If I can sit here, get hold of that thing, and discuss it, bring it to the public domain. And for those of you back home there, you don't give a shit, you don't give a damn, you don't care about it. Nothing. Nobody raised these things. Even those campaigning for self-determination, nobody touched these things. They're just touching on silly things that are not important. Okay? These are the things you have to pick on, because it affects me, it affects you, regardless of your ethnic group, it affects everybody. If you don't know, students, all of you, it affects everybody. You don't know the meaning of this. You have been strangled if you don't know. I'll give you the floor. Please go ahead.
Okay. Now, on a serious note, I'm hearing it for the first time. I'm not joking. I'm hearing it for the first time. But however, it will fail, and I tell you the reason why it will fail. Now, let's go back to 1999 Constitution. Okay. Section 1, subsection 1. With your permission, I read. Section 1, subsection 1. With your permission, I read. This Constitution is supreme, and its provision shall have binding force on all authorities and persons throughout the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Let's go to section 40. Okay, that's section 1, subsection 1. Then let's go to section 40. The provision, whoever is sponsoring that bill is wasting his time. It won't see the light of the day. Let's go to section 40. Section 40 said, and I read, with your permission, I read, every person shall be entitled to assemble freely and associate with other persons, and in particular, he may form or belong to any political party, trade union, or any other association for the protection of his interest. Now, you see, whoever is bringing that bill, it must be a fool. Permit me to use that language. You see, Chapter 3 of the Constitution is what we call fundamental rights. Freedom of expression, freedom to assemble, freedom of religion, etc. There are about 12 sections under Chapter 3 of the 1999 Constitution. So, whoever that is bringing that bill to National Assembly, permit me to use that language once more, is a fool, and it's not going to see the light of the day. Now, let me tell you the implication. If you say people cannot protest, like you said, we're not in a banana republic. So, I'll be watching, because I'm a member of Nigerian Bar Association. I would like to know what will be the response of Nigerian Bar Association. On the serious note, I'm hearing it for the first time. But whoever.
Yeah, I just came across, if you mind me, I just came across it on, I don't know where I picked it from. I was like, wow, they are trying to rush these bills before Buhari leaves the office so he can sign those bills, because they are rushing bills now. There are so many things they are rushing. They are even, I think they are suspecting Tinubu that if this man becomes the president, he will not do these things we want him to do. So what they are doing now is trying, just like they planned to rush census. So they planned to do all these things, get all these bills signed before Buhari, because Buhari is their own, before he leaves office. So I came across it and I said, wow. Somebody sent it to me and said, wow, really? Can this be true? But well, I'm here to verify that. But honestly, this is mind-boggling. Honestly, it is totally wrong.
I will go and make my own investigation of this.
Please do.
You see, because I expect Nigerian Bar Association by now to have issued a statement. On the serious note, if it is true, I'm not saying anything is possible in Nigeria anyway, because we are in interesting times. Okay, do you know that? Let me even tell you another bill too that is shocking. There's this bill they call inland waterway bills.
Yeah, I know about that. That's deliberate. We know they want to pass. They're planning to pass that bill because of the herdsmen. We know that just to confiscate our
But
property, what belongs to us from us, our resources. Yes.
do you see Yoruba senators say anything? Do you see Yoruba House of Rep members say anything? So these are, like you said, we even both the politicians and the masses from the southwest are gullible and resourceful. I
No,
cannot
no,
imagine.
they are stupid, not just gullible. They are stupid. Call them whatever. Anything you call them, I support you. They are the biggest problem we have in the Southwest. Look, I am telling you, not the Fulanis. I've come to realize that
Yes,
Fulanis are not the Fulans are not my problem.
it's the
Honestly,
same.
wallahi, Hausas are not my problem. Hefik are not my problem. Igbos are not my problem. These fools. They are the problem. I am telling you the truth. Look, tẹ́ ẹ bá jára yín gbà lọ́wọ́ wọn, wọn ò ní fi yín lọ́rùn lẹ̀. Àwọn eléyìí, ibẹ̀ wọn ti, they are determined pé ibi táwọn máa ti jẹ part. They don't care. They are ready láti lo life fún ọmọ Yorùbá ẹgbẹ́ wọn to pay for it. Because ibẹ̀ ló fẹ́ kú sí. Ibẹ̀ ló ti bí nípa àwọn tí máa jẹ. Ọ̀jẹ̀ fẹ́ fi ibẹ̀ lẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá jẹ́ lọ fi life yín fún wọn, tẹ́ bá fẹ́ kọ́ jẹ titi yín mọ́ ayé. You better stand up and fight for yourself. Nobody is going to do this for you. You have to do it for yourself. Do not forget, ìlú òyìnbó lára wà bí àwa ń jẹun. Wọn bí òyìnbó dá kó wọn máa bá mi máa blow trash ní bíbá. Now, not to talk of ìwọ tó wà nílùú ẹ̀ tó péré ní Nàìjíríà. Wọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ blow trash níbẹ̀ wá dákẹ́ wá ń wò. Èmi mọ̀ pé ẹ̀rù ló ń bá gbogbo yín, ẹ̀rù ìbọn ń bá yín. Níbo ló ti fẹ́ dúró ńgbà tí gbogbo òdù bá dà jáde, wọ́n bí àmì dà kó dúró wò tán. Tó lè dúró sáàrin yín ni. Ẹ lọ wo nǹkan táwọn ọmọ Senegal ṣe. Gbogbo wọn dà jáde. Wọn ò dúró wò tán. Army sá lọ, police sá lọ, gbogbo àwọn security apparatus lọ sá lọ, they all ran. So same thing will happen in Nigeria. Ọjọ́ tẹ́ bá dìde tẹ́ wojú wọn, wọn bí wọn dà, wọn ní jẹ́, wọn ní wò tán. You have to show them how powerful you are. But you people, I just don't know. I'll still go back to that gullibility. You don't know your right. Nígbà tí Yorùbá ti mọ right ẹ̀, of course, báwo ló ṣe fẹ́? How do you want to exercise it? One thing is for you to understand your right, know your right. When you know your right, then you can exercise it. But if you don't know your right, you cannot exercise it. Another thing is for you, you know your right, but we say fear. No, fear dominates you. So I would say Nigerian is just shit. Compare with other African countries. Those people have that courage. We have the Sudanese. We have the Senegalese. Look at that Madi. Madi bẹ́ẹ̀ bó ṣe pọ̀ tó. Ó dìde ó wojú France. Ó change the currency. Ó bà gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀. Ó break relationship pẹ̀lú France. Ó lọ build the relationship pẹ̀lú Russia. Ó jára àwọn gbà. Ẹ̀yin wá ń pera yín. Ẹ̀yin wá ní God ẹ̀ ń pera ní Giant of Africa. Who made you the Giant of Africa? Giant olórí ẹran. Àwọn darandaran ó ní Nàìjíríà jẹ́ tí yóò bá tí ì yé yín. Stop making a fool of yourself. Ẹ̀yin ẹ travel jáde kẹ́ lọ bó ṣe ẹ̀yin tẹ́ gbé Nigerian passport kẹ́ wo bó ṣe ń yẹ̀yẹ́ yín. Olúwa máa ṣe pé mi ò ní Nigerian passport o. So I'm going to give the floor. I'll give the floor. I'll give the floor to you. Please go ahead.
Let's talk. Let's still go back to that inland waterway bill because do you know that the funny thing is that if that bill is passed into law, Lagos State no ma affect it.
Yes, ibi tó mi Lagos State, ibi tí omi bá ti wà. Lagos State, Ondo State, Ogun State, àwọn ìlú tó lómi jù nìyẹn. Àwọn ibẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n jẹ́ jámọ́ra wọn, gbogbo àwọn country, àwọn state yẹn lọ jámọ́ra wọn, omi jámọ́ra wọn. Tá bá lọ wo Ogun State náà tó jámọ́ ibi ọ̀nà Ondo. Àwọn gbogbo kan Lagos State àti Ogun State is like they are even one state. And if you be in Ogun State, you think you are still in Lagos State.
Do you know that the best beef in Nigeria, Ondo State lower, the best beef, but people don't know because we don't have like you said, our politicians are devilish. They don't even want to know about the welfare of the people. They are not bothered about the welfare of the people. Deep sea port yẹ kàn ti gbé sóńdó because actually part kan wà ní Ondo State ibẹ̀ ni òkun ti jì sílẹ̀ jù
Yes, Omi Ondo State, I'm aware of that. But Omi Ondo State, yeah, one data, and that should have been explored. I want shipping down toward the congestions here, in Koto Shepe, want to divert lossy Ondo State, Toba ready to build ports because the water there is deep. And another place in Lagos State is Badagry Beach, very deep. And that's very close to my area. Omi deep, gone. But one already me omo boya Tinubu deliberately gbogbo side ibi ọ̀dọ̀ wa yẹn Tinubu kọ mi ò mọ̀ kò tí ó kọ abandon wa síbi bẹ̀ yẹn ni ó kọ fi wá lẹ̀ níbẹ̀ yẹn ibi tó focus lé is main ó focus sí Highland tí bá sọ pé Highland comprises of Victoria, Lekki gbogbo àwọn ibi bẹ̀ yẹn tí Ọ̀sà gbogbo àwọn Ẹ̀pẹ́ and Ẹ̀pẹ́ formerly was not Lagos. Where is Ogun State? If you go there, Ijebu lon sombe. So, ibi tó ń focus lẹ́nu ó wá fi mainland, ibi tá ń pè ní mainland jẹ́ ó ló wà populated jù. Ibi tí èrò ń gbé ní Lagos nìyẹn. And mainland include Ikeja, ibi tí center city government wà. Maryland, Surulere, Yaba, Adimosho, gbogbo àwọn area yẹn, títí dé Ìyànàbà, títí dé Badagry. Òun náà ibi ibẹ̀ náà lọ já mọ́ Benin Republic ní Port Novo ibẹ̀ yẹn láti share border fún wọn so ibi the beach yẹn wà nìyẹn so àwọn èèyàn máa ń sọ nípa kings we've got Akiolu nìkan ló máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ actually kò ń ṣe Akiolu nìkan ní first class ọba ta ní Lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ we've got 2 first class ọba Badagry ọba Akran okay òun ló control almost gbogbo mainland so ibi tẹ́mi wà tí family mi wà òun ni ó control gbogbo ibẹ̀ yẹn ló dominate ibẹ̀ yẹn Akiolu la kò máa ń gbọ́ Akiolu Highland ni Akiolu control tó ṣe pé ó jẹ́ first class ọba fún wọn but Tinubu kò wá sọ́dọ̀ ọba yẹn kò ta sí rárá but we are kind of like our happy níbi side wa yẹn bíbẹ̀ yẹn because ó ra fi wá lẹ̀ jẹ́ kò wá bá wa kò disturb wa are you getting me Lagos Island ló ti bastardize ibẹ̀ ló ti jílẹ̀ ibẹ̀ ló ti gbogbo nǹkan tó jí Lagos Highland ló wà kò tí wá sí mainland wá ti wá dán gbogbo ìdọkúndán yẹn wò and we are happy to see him just leave the place kó má tẹ̀ wá dán gbogbo yẹn wò so gbogbo nǹkan tó dánwò ní Island kò wá ṣe ní mainland so that is another thing tí mo tún notice nínú gbogbo yamayama tí Tinubu ti dálẹ̀ tó ti ṣe lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yẹn Lagos mainland kò touch mainland.
Okay, so we need to enlighten our people about the danger of inland waterway bill. It's obnoxious. It's even it's unthinkable. It's unthinkable. It's not reasonable. So we need to let our people know the danger that is in if they allow federal government to pass into law the inland waterway bill. So Queen and Tenny, you need to work on that because kì í ṣe program tí ọ̀lẹ́ ṣe ń jọkàn péré. You have to repeatedly so that people will the message will sink in. But look, gbogbo omi yìí ni àwọn Fúlàní fẹ́ gbà tán. Tẹ́ bá lè jẹ́ kán sign ní inland waterway bill yẹn. Then it's high time àwọn senators tó wá láti ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Our House of Rep members, it's high time we start asking them questions. You cannot say you are representing us in Abuja. Kamari impact. How many of them do manage a constituency meeting? Oh, you come padà wá sí their various states calling constituency meeting. Come here, Master, nǹkan báyìí la fẹ́, nǹkan báyìí la fẹ́, nǹkan báyìí la fẹ́. And then they will not take your message back to Abuja. You ever come lọ sí Abuja kọ́ lọ máa sùn bẹ́ẹ̀. Come local bonku. That's not the way it plays. So we need to start holding our senators, our House of Rep members accountable. They need to tell us, they need to tell us what they are doing in Abuja. All the bills that they have passed into law, they need to explain it to us. And then we should have, in fact, we should make it mandatory for them that in an electoral circle, before an electoral circle, all the senators in Yoruba land must pass a number of certain bills. Okay? Not that they will just go there and be sleeping and be collecting salary, and at the end of the day, they don't do anything. And then we need to let them know that they should be loyal to the Yoruba cause. Not that they will be loyal to Tinubu. We elected them. We sent them to Abuja to represent us, not to go and represent Tinubu. So we need to let them know that they should be loyal to the Yoruba people, not to Tinubu as an individual. And then also, we need to let our Obas realize that they are the Obas of Yoruba people, not Oba of Tinubu. And then they should protect the interest of the Yorubas, not that they should be following Tinubu like a lost dog. Because I still don't understand why Obas in Yoruba land are not being respected again. And they should not bring themselves so low. If they don't know how to behave, Yoruba Bas, by way of advice, if they don't know how to behave, let them go to Benin and go and learn how an Oba should behave. Because I've seen a lot of Yoruba Bas misbehaving in the public, politicians like a lost puppy. So we need to let our Obas know that they are the custodians of our tradition. They are the custodians of our tradition, and they should not be following Tinubu like a houseboy. They should sit down in their palace and let people come and meet them instead of them running after politicians because of money. These are the things we need to, you and Tenny has to throw more light on subsequent program. So,
if I'm to add to that, if I'm to contribute to what you just said, yeah, you make sense. But I've always had, I'm of the opinion. It does not mean I'm right. I'm just expressing my opinion because I reserve the right to do so.
Yes.
And the opinion is, what's the benefit of having Obas in Yoruba land? Has it benefited us? Now I'm going to take you back to the olden days, during the slavery. If you, for those, I mean, if you have not heard about this story, I'll suggest do your research. Our Obas actually contributed to slave trade in Africa, in Yoruba land precisely, because they were actually trading their people. Our Obas were sending us. So Obas have been like ẹlẹ́bọ̀dè. I'm going to say this. ẹlẹ́bọ̀dè ló ti jẹ́ fún àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá látọdúnmọ́dún láti gba ayé slave trade. Àwọn ọba yìí tẹ́ rí yẹn, wọ́n tà yín o. Wọ́n wà lára àwọn tó ta ọmọ Yorùbá o. And if you look at it, bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, series, just it's more of like, ó ń lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, it's not stop àmọ́ ọba tó máa end. Gbogbo ìgbà yẹn kẹ wá continue kẹ wá mọ gbogbo àwọn ọba tẹ tí wá ní tẹ̀ títí dì sí ìta ń bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ṣé wọn ọ̀gbẹ̀bọ̀dé ṣé kò sí consistency? Is there not that consistency? There is that consistency of ẹ̀bọ̀dé. Kò yí padà, kò change. Àtàwọn ọba tó ṣe pé ṣé ní àwọn ìbílẹ̀ ṣé ìbílẹ̀ lẹ ṣe pé tó ń mú wọn àbí àwọn olólọ́ mú wọn. Àwọn tó ń ṣọba politician, àwọn tó ṣe pé ìbílẹ̀ gan ló mú, wọ́n gbẹ̀bọ̀dè. Tẹ bá wò wọ́n lọ, example, Bàbá Yèyè Ọ̀yọ́. Another one, Títọ́ṣún tó kúrò ń bẹ̀. Ṣé kò gbẹ̀bọ̀dè? Bàbá yẹn ló kọ́kọ́ lọ gbowó Abíọ́lá. Ṣé ọba politician ni àbí àwọn àbí kí lè ṣe pé náà ọjọ́ Fámọ́lẹ̀? Ṣé nǹkan tó mú kọ́ nìyẹn? Let's stop deceiving ourselves. Look, it is better we be a republic than kingdom. Ṣẹ̀rí kingdom yóò ti cause wàhálà fún yín. And don't ever say Yoruba land cannot survive without those kingdoms. Those kingdoms have been your problem, the root cause of your problem, and there is that consistency. Ó ṣì continue. Èwo nu gbogbo àwọn ọba yín yẹn dẹ̀ ní sìn tó ṣe pé kò ti tú dìgbẹ̀bọ̀dè. Yàtọ̀ sí Síjú Adé, sorry, mo ní Síjú Adé. Yàtọ̀ sí Ọba Ìjẹ̀bú Òde. And the man has been quiet, very quiet Ẹ wo ti tẹ̀gbá yẹn now. It's bully boy títí Tinubu ni now. Ẹ wo ọba Ẹ̀gbá land. Bully boy Tinubu. Òun ní kí ọba máa bully. Ọba kó máa bully. Àwọn guy man. Ẹ wo gbogbo wọn now. From Iwo to Ife. Títí wá sẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Ẹ wo ọba Ìbà. Ṣé irú yẹn ṣé ọba nìyẹn? Ẹ wo ó máa gbé chain àgbé báyìí. Ìgbà mi báyìí tí máa wà lórí Facebook ó máa fẹ́ lè ya wèrè pé tí máa wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ bọ̀bọ̀ ìwà láì mi ní ìwò lẹ́ẹ̀kan kí tó ṣe pa òfun. Ó ti yé yín bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Mi ní ìwò lẹ́ẹ̀kan kí tó ṣe pa òfun. Ọmọ ọ̀tá ọmọ garage lọ gbé Tóyìn store àṣọba. Ẹ̀yin wá ń pariwo pé wọ́n bà ìṣẹ̀ṣe jẹ́ o, wọ́n jẹ́ ilé ọba. Báwo lọ ṣe ní pé ìgbà tẹ́ gbé bọ̀dẹ̀ wọnú ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀bọ̀dẹ̀ wọnú building. Ẹ wá wò gbé building ò ní jó. Ó ń pẹ́ kó tó jó ní ọba, ó ń pẹ́ kó tó jó ìṣẹ̀ṣe fún rẹ̀ gan-an. President ọba yín ló ń jó ìṣẹ̀ṣe. If you don't understand, ó dẹ̀ pé ẹ̀ understand gbogbo meaning nǹkan tó ń lọ. So I just want you to just share your take with us. For me, I'm of the opinion it is time we switch to a republic instead of kingdom or whatsoever. Ó ti damage tó ti kólẹ̀, ó ti pọ̀ jù. Ẹlẹ́bọ̀dè làwọn báyìí láti over 400 years ago tí slave trade ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ló ti ń gbẹ̀bọ̀dè bọ̀, kò jẹ́ stop.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I will be biased, and I will tell you why I will be biased. I will be biased because my own grandfather was a king when he was alive. So
èmi náà dọ́gbọ́n wá láti ibẹ̀ náà o, but I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. Èmi náà wá láti ibẹ̀ náà o. No, mo ṣe gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ lèyàn máa ń ní ebi òkàn kí n láì máa sọ́ni. Èmi náà wá láti ibẹ̀ náà o. Wọn bí Sanwó-Olú dá. Bí Sanwó-Olú dá kó sọ pé òun ò mọ ẹbí mi o. Bí ẹ dá kó sọ pé òun mọ ẹbí Máyùngbẹ̀. Kóró máa gbá ẹ lẹ́nu ni.
But to be serious, torí àwọn ọba a lè regulate wọn, a lè regulate àkíyèsí wọn, a lè modernize wọn, a lè jẹ́ kán mọ̀ pé I'm of the opinion that even in the constitution, and then their roles should be spelled out so that there won't be conflict, and then they will know what they ought to do as opposed to them being controlled by a governor of a state, because more or less it's like they are lost. Whatever catches the fancy of a governor of a state, that's what you tell Oba to do. So I'm of the opinion that Obas should be mentioned in the constitution, and then their roles should be spread out. Because a country without a people without culture is like a lost people. So we should still preserve our culture, but then we should let the Obas know that, look, you are for the masses, you are for the people you are representing. You cannot be following politicians. You cannot be being an houseboy to politicians. You cannot be against the masses. I think that should be a process that any other that misbehave, you just have to have it be removed. There must be a process that whenever a number misbehave, it should be removed as a number, maybe by voting or something. But there should be a system so that anybody that wants to misbehave, that one we call this misbehavior. And then another thing that I would like to happen in Yoruba land is that we should stop relying on politicians. I've noticed that our youth, they over rely on politicians. Our youth, they over rely on politicians. There are some of our youth, they've tied their destiny to the politicians' own. So our youth should be independent minded. Our youth should start embracing entrepreneurship. Government cannot provide job everywhere, on a serious note. But although is the policy of the government to provide an enabling environment for businesses to thrive, is the policy is for the government to provide loans for SMEs, small and medium scale enterprises, because SMEs all over the world drive the economy of the country. So is the job of the government to make sure there's an enabling environment
Yes. Yes.
By way of giving out loans, single-digit interest rates to our youth, so that they don't get too independent on politicians. As of today, our youth are over, especially in Yoruba land. I've noticed in Yoruba land, our youth have lost focus. They are over reliant, over independent, over, how will I put it? They rely too much on politicians.
On government, they're waiting for they expect the government to do all these things for them. But here, yeah, they are not creative, they are not innovative. So this is a question of business management and how we can manage business. As we can see, you live in the US, I live in the UK. SMEs, when we say SMEs, they are small, medium enterprise, businesses. And they make up 70% of all this job creation in all these states. And the government needs to create an environment to encourage that. When you are self-employed, so we are talking about self-employment. When you are self-employed, then when you create your own employment, definitely you want to employ other people. So you are actually creating job, okay? And that will reduce poverty, okay? That will reduce unemployment, okay? And that will also stabilize the economy. But in a situation where you have the government that has not even created the environment for that, of course, what do you expect? That will affect the economy. It will not boost the economy. So the government is not encouraging such. The government is not encouraging self-employment. And that's part of the problem we have in Nigeria today. You don't expect your government to create job for you all. Your population is so high. The country is so dense. In particular, Southwest is dense. I'm telling you, ibẹ̀ yẹn ti kún. Ẹ má dúró de ìjọba pé àwọn ọlọ́mọ wá ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ fún yín. You have to be creative yourself. You have to be innovative yourself. Relieve yourself of all this problem. Okay? Ìjọba ò lè ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. Ibi tá a wà yìí, alẹ́ni tó máa create iṣẹ́ tó ní business tiẹ̀ á tún employ ẹlòmíì. That's how it works. And ẹ gbọ́dọ̀, that initiative. It still comes back to that word gullibility. When you are gullible, of course, you don't have the instinct to think on your own. There's no that instinct to be creative. There is no that instinct to be innovative. You cannot just think on your own, do things for yourself, things that will better you, things that will better your life. You cannot think about that. All you think about is how you're going to make money, how you do Yahoo. So, nǹkan tó make ní Nigeria lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nìyẹn sìn. So, I am going to, another thing is the environment. Ṣé government lè create environment tó ṣe pé àwọn èèyàn á lè yá owó? We are not talking about borrowing huge amounts of money. Ìwọ tó fẹ́ ṣe business, definitely, tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú 500,000 is not bad. Ṣé mo purọ́?
No.
500,000 will buy something.
Yeah.
Just fill up your small store and gradually you repay back the money. So, but our government doesn't have those programs in place. So that means you are on your own. You have to sort yourself out. But if you can gather 500,000 naira from families, from here and there, from friends, and then you start your home business, it's something. You don't necessarily have to rent a shop. But if you live in a 2-bedroom flat, what about using one place? Start with one place, and gradually like that, if the business is booming and you can move out of the place and rent a store, what about that? Think of that. So we've covered a lot of topic here today, and we still go on. We'll continue for another 20-30 minutes, and that will be 2 hours. Then we'll open the floor for you guys to ask your questions. Contribute. So that's what we mean by current affairs. At touch area, because any touching topic that discussing over Biafra, ó bá àwọn IPOB lọ, ó bá Yorùbá lọ, ìwọ Efik, ìwọ tó jẹ́ Efik, ìwọ tó jẹ́ ọmọ ìjọ, ìwọ tó jẹ́ Arẹwà fúnra ẹ̀ gangan, Arẹwà àwọn fúnra wọn, àwọn Hausa fúnra wọn, gbogbo ethnic groups tani, all those ethnic groups we have in Nigeria, you can see that we've touched every area, it affects their life. So kò ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nìkan la máa sọ bí báyìí. So that's what we mean by current affair. Gbogbo nǹkan tó ń lọ, we touch the consequence of the swearing. And there is another thing, and that reminds me of this. There's another thing I want to add, and that is, I had a rumor, and I believe it's still rumor, okay? Because I've not been able to ascertain if it is true or not. Mo gbọ́ pé Irabo, that's the army general. Irabo. Irabo is from South. I heard that the Fullers, Fullers, you know what I mean. I don't want to the Fullers in the north. I heard that wanting pressurize man, you want to go resign. Only to pé on fear we pay nítorí ó wá láti South. So ibẹ̀ yẹn tún lè lọ súnmọ́ ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn Obi, wọ́n lọ bọ́dọ̀ àwọn díẹ̀. I might likely want to favor Obi. One bolenu epo they had him said, and as you know, Nigeria, military dominates, military still control. We have to be honest with ourselves. You might think we actually operate a democracy system of government, but I will tell you this boldly today. I can tell you face to face. Look into my eyes. No. Need democracy in Nigeria. Àwọn army ló ṣe ń dominate lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ lẹ́yìn. And here, nǹkan tí mo gbọ́ ni wípé wọ́n wá sọ fún màá ní pé kó resign, ó lóun resign, ó ní òun ò ní resign torí pé nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe. Are you there? Okay, let me just wait for lawyer Lekon to join us because I just want him to contribute on this. So let's just give him some seconds to join us, and then I will explain what I want to explain. So that's how we are. That's how we are going to just discuss this. Are you back? Are you there? Okay. So what I had was he was asked to resign, and he said he will not resign. And here is why. He was hard saying, we take over, tougher takeover in May 29 is illegal takeover because only that problem there in the country, because it is obvious that Tinubu didn't win the election. So definitely, that trouble there, Army will step in. So if you remember, I made mention of something in my conversation with Larry that we are not sure if Tinubu will be installed on May 29. That was the reason why I made that statement. So there is that tendency that he might not be installed, but we don't know. It could be swearing, and there is that tendency. Let's leave that 1% margin gap. That there is that probability that he will not be, he will not be sworn in. But let's give him that benefit of the doubt, 99% that he will be sworn in. So what will happen if he's not sworn in? Because the man has refused to step down, and as you know, military, they are very powerful in Nigeria. So behind the scenes, they are already preparing, according to the information I had from very reliable source, that the army are already preparing, that it is illegal takeover. They said the man specifically said it, that it is illegal takeover, that Tinubu didn't win. So therefore, if it's going to cause chaos in the country, the man said this specifically, he told them to their face, if it's going to cause chaos in Nigeria, the military will step in and take over. That was what he said. And since he made that statement, he was asked to resign, and he told them, I will never resign. He told them that. So we better prepare ourselves. So behind the scenes, there is a lot going on. You are not seeing those things going on, but this information is very, very reliable because those people that give me information mi ò rò bọ́ miss ẹ̀ rí, gbogbo ẹ̀ máa ń wà authentic. So nǹkan tó ń lọ behind the scenes nìyẹn pé máa yẹn ti sọ pé òun ò ní step down, Ìrábọ̀ yẹn ó lóun ò ní step down, ó ní head, ó dẹ̀ ti sọ pé àwọn lè take over, ó ní because illegal take over ló fẹ́ ṣe. One, court sì fẹ́ decide, court ò tí decide, ẹ̀yin ti fẹ́ ṣe sworn in. Two, kò sí proof pé Tinubu win election, pé tó bá máa ṣe pé kìíní yẹn máa dá wàhálà lẹ̀ tó máa dá pé you see people come out and protest or people revolute, where army will be forced to step in, army will take over. So you better prepare yourself for that. Ẹ lọ ṣe shopping sílé. There is that probability that Tinubu might not be sworn in, and there is the probability, I'm giving him that, like I said, 99%, it could be sworn in, but let's leave that 1% that there is that probability that Tinubu will not be sworn in. Ẹ jẹ́ má gbàgbé, nǹkan tí màá yẹn watch out fún ni pé táwọn youth bá jà jáde, tó bá revolute, is going to support the youth, is going to take on the side of the youth. Kò fẹ́ kó bàlújẹ́. So I'm going to suggest to you, today is the 5th or 6th of May, please go out there, do a bit of shopping that will take you on for the next 1 to 2 months. Do it at home, because very young plan, lábẹ́nlẹ̀, one plan for takeover now. I'll be honest with you. But so you want to add something to this before we open the floor for our people to...
Let me quickly add this one. Section 137, subsection 1 of the Constitution. And then section 137 says disqualification of a president. How can a presidential candidate be disqualified? The answer is yes. Let's quickly read section 137, subsection 1, paragraph C and paragraph J as in justice, C as in catch. With your permission, I read. A person shall not be qualified for election to the office of the president if, under the law, in any part of Nigeria, he is adjudged to be a lunatic or otherwise declared to be of unsound mind. Let me go to paragraph J. That is more important for this presidential election that is going on in Nigeria. He has presented a forged certificate to the Independent National Electoral Commission. Now, clearly, Tinubu is in violation of paragraph J, because I have his INEC form EC9, the one he filled in 1999 and the one he filled in 2022. There's a conflict, and then there's a lot of wrong information. The one he filled in 1999 and the one he filled in 2022. In 1999, he claimed to have been a student of Government College Ibadan between 1963 to 1969, and then St. John's Primary School. But in 2022, he left those places blank. He did not fill any primary school. He did not fill any secondary school. So that's another angle that Peter B's lawyers and article lawyers should look into. Ab initio, he ought to have been disqualified because he has committed perjury before in 1999. He committed perjury again in 2022 because he claimed not to have dual citizenship, and whereas he is the holder of Guinea passport. So clearly, he ought to have been disqualified. So that's what I just want to add quickly. And then, I think the next step is for people to call in, Abi.
Yeah, so people are going to call in. So I'm going to summarize it as this. I think what that man is waiting for, the head of the army, is he wants to see the reaction of the people. He is not willing to take any action. He is waiting for the Nigerians to, come out on the streets and do something. If he doesn't see that, then I bet you Tinubu will be sworn in. So that's why he's relying on that. If this is going to, bring about disruption in the country, it's going to lead to revolution. If the youth come out and revolute, he, as the head of the army, he has the responsibility to take charge, make sure he calm things down to stabilize the country. Therefore, the army will be forced to step in. And then Tinubu will not, if at all Tinubu was sworn in or in the process of being sworn in, that will be cancelled. So, and once that is cancelled, trust me, once the army step in, believe me. So as Tinubu is preparing for his sworn in, the army are also preparing on the underside for takeover. But the military are not going to take over deliberately. There must be one thing will lead, one event will lead to the other. That is what will make the army take over. So it is you citizens that have to trigger that. If you don't trigger it, then the army will not take over. So on this note, we hope you really enjoyed our program. We are going to come again this week and educate you so you can see that we've touched virtually almost all areas. Even for those of you that are campaigning for self-determination, all these things we've touched on, need it. And you then campaign for self-determination, be it Yoruba, be it Biafra. Mo ti rí pé àwọn ìjọ náà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní campaign for titi wọn náà àtàwọn ìjọ náà tó dìde tó náà ready láti negotiate. Gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tá a touch lẹ́nìí, ẹ need the courage yẹn. Gullibility ò ní problem. Tẹ́ ẹ bá sí courage yẹn, ẹ lè fight for self-determination. So you can see, a lè má dárúkọ Yorùbá nation bí, a lè má dárúkọ IPOB, a lè má dárúkọ eléyìí, a lè má dárúkọ yẹn, but stylishly, gbogbo nǹkan tá a touch lẹ́nìí, ó affect gbogbo yín. So ẹ lọ ronú yín wò. Are you really ready? Are you truly ready láti gbára yín lọ́wọ́ ìjọba amúnisìn? So ìwọ tó bá ní o fẹ́ determine, o fẹ́ jà fún self-determination, o ò tí ì lè gbára ẹ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba níbi aspect job creation. O ò tí ì lè gbára ẹ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba pé wọ́n manipulate election, wọ́n impose ara wọn lé wọn lórí, wọ́n tàn yín, ẹ tí ì lè liberate ara yín, ẹ wá ń sọ pé fẹ́ ẹ fight for self-determination. Àwọn nǹkan kéékèèké bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, ẹ tí ì lè ṣe, ẹ tí ì lè fight fún yẹn, kẹ́ liberate ara yín. And then you're talking about big issues like self-determination, where you just want the solution. Ẹ fẹ́ pín ìlú pátápátá, ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti kékeré, ẹ fẹ́ bọ́ sórí ńlá. So give it a thought. Torí ẹ̀ la ṣe touch gbogbo area. So we are going to invite more and more people. We are going to invite knowledge people to ṣe pé wọ́n understand, and we will promise you, bàbá ṣe ń sọ Yorùbá la ṣe máa sọ English, though it's not deliberate, it's English yẹn máa ń bọ́ sẹ́nu wa. Afẹ́yẹ́kẹ́ mọ̀ pé àwọn kan náà wà, àwọn òyìnbó kan náà wà tó ń wò wá secretly. Lórúkọ òyìnbó ṣùgbọ́n àwọn náà lórúkọ míì lọ fi open account wọn lórí Facebook. Ẹ lè máa lórúkọ Yorùbá, kẹ́ máa lórúkọ Igbo, but ó lè ṣe pé funfun ló wà lábẹ́ ńlẹ̀, àní sọ gbogbo secret yẹn fún yín. So we want to afẹ́ káwọn náà enjoy nǹkan tá à ń ṣe yìí. So definitely because of that, a máa sọ English, àdíẹ̀ tí máa sọ Yorùbá náà. Àní jẹ́ kí English yẹn kó pọ̀ jù. Kọ̀ọ̀kan ó kàn máa jábọ̀, ó kàn máa wá bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn níbi slip of tongue. But a lè fẹ́ kù. So we want to thank you for that. So now, our host, Aunty Tenny, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá wa ṣí ojú agolẹ̀ kẹ́ jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn wa kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa pè wọnú ilé kó bi wá ní question tó bá fẹ́ bi wá. Feel free to ask any question. Àbí kò yé yín sìn. So thank you for that.
Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ pè wọlé, àǹfààní wà láti call sìn. Ẹ lè pè sórí +4474 66694918. Ẹ pè sórí nọ́mbà yẹn. Ànípẹ́ lọ tó a ti fẹ́ pé, so tó bá ti wọ a sì ní like 5 to 6 minutes. So kẹ́ ẹ fi pè wá sórí nọ́mbà yẹn. Thank you. Ẹ kúṣẹ́ bàbá lọ́yà.
Okay.
Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ sà. Ẹgbẹ́ ìlà lẹ́nìí, ìlà yín lẹ́ra gẹ́.
Mi ìfẹ́ káwọn Tinubu sọ pé mi ṣe Yorùbá mọ́. Ká tó mọ̀ kó tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nísìnyí àwọn Tinubu wá ní, ṣé wọ́n ṣe Yorùbá? Ṣọmọ Yorùbá.
I don't know why our people are so, they are nationalists. Nationalism is what works. It's just works. Honestly. You go here, no. Speak Yoruba. You go here, speak Yoruba. Mo bá àwọn èèyàn wà lábẹ́lẹ̀ tó ń wò yín tó ṣe pé wọ́n ń ṣe Yorùbá rárá.
Yeah, because that is what
you just have to mix it. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ mix it. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn wò yín. Kò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ pé Oh, àwọn set of people kan ṣáà dẹ̀ kò focus lé. No, I'm not going to do that. When I do my things, I just want it to be, kó wà diverse, so. So you can call in and ask your question. Feel free to ask us any question. We will address your question. Okay?
Your call, so you can call us from +447466691918. So that is the number, only WhatsApp call. Thank you. So Nigeria don't know what is coming from them. So if they know, they will be ready to fight for themselves. And they are using Tinubu to sell all the land before swearing him. And we need a shame. Gbogbo lẹ́yìn tán ti ń gbà tán ń wọlé yín kiri gbogbo bọ́n ṣe ń gba ẹ̀rọ pé wọ́n ń gbé fún àwọn tó ń tà fún mi.
Ara ẹ̀ náà nìyẹn ara gullibility nìyẹn o kéèyàn kọ́kọ́ dédé gba property ẹ̀ kó sọ pé torí òun jẹ́ ìjọba. And you can't stand up to the government, look into their face and tell them, no, this is my right, this is my property, it's my right, I'm going to take it off.
I don't know the reason why they are fear too much.
So ìgbà tẹ́ ẹ bá ti lè ṣe gbogbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ṣe rí i pé tẹ́ bá wá jáde tẹ́ sọ pé ẹ̀ ń dúró ẹ fẹ́ fight self-determination, you are not capable, you cannot do it. Tẹ́ ẹ bá ti lè fight àwọn minor issue. If you cannot fight those minor issues, then don't expect pé ẹ̀yin ilẹ̀ máa revolute. Don't expect pé ẹ̀yin ilẹ̀ fẹ́ lẹ́yìn ask for self-determination. No, it's fast. It's not true. Kò ní work bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ẹni tí ò ní strength, ẹni tí ò ní agbára kó lè fight àwọn those things tó ṣe pé they are just, those minor things. And then mi ò expect ẹ pé tó wá sọ fún mi pé o fẹ́ dissolution ìlú, ó rí pé ibi ńlá ló ti lọ mú láti ibi kékeré. Owó ṣe mú láti ibi kékeré kó fi hàn mí pé o wà capable, you can do this. Ìgbà tí má rí pé o bá ti kékeré yẹn jẹ́ o ṣe tán, o execute ẹ̀ tán, then I'll tell you are capable. O lè béèrè fún dissolution, o lè lọ, you can go a step further, kó béèrè fún self-determination. But ìgbà tó o tí ì ṣe nǹkan kékeré, o wá ń béèrè fún nǹkan tó tóbi. You are not capable. So definitely nǹkan tó máa affect gbogbo nǹkan tí gbogbo wa ń ṣe nìyẹn. Òun lẹ́ni tó affect àwọn IPOB, òun náà lẹ́ni tó affect ẹ̀yin Yorùbá náà, same thing. So we just have to be mindful, we have to be careful. Èèyàn máa ń mú nǹkan láti ibi kékeré ni, èèyàn ń mú láti ibi ńlá. Tó bá lọ mú láti ibi ńlá, I swear to God Almighty, á jábọ́lẹ̀ ni. Òun náà lárí tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí. Ẹ mú láti ibi kékeré ká mọ̀ pé ẹ lè ṣe kíní, ẹ ti ṣe rí, ẹ jẹ̀ lè ṣe. So call in, tẹ́ bá mọ̀ pé this our show is informative, call in, ring us and ask us questions, and we will also we will respond in kind. So
we will respond in time.
ẹ bá wa pin ní nọ́mbà o.
Number ti wà lójú screen already. Let me remove this. Number nìyẹn lójú screen, number ló wà nísàlẹ̀. So that is the number you used to call in on WhatsApp only, +447466691918. Tí wọ́n bá pè ẹ fi wọ́n lẹ́ẹ̀kan mọ́ pé nígbà tó bá wá ti tán wọ́n mọ̀ fi call disturb numbers. Ajá ìwé ìdànù. Wọ́n máa disturb. So bí Nàìjíríà bá mọ nǹkan tó ń bọ̀. Nàìjíríà mo ti ń pariwo láti ọjọ́ mẹ́ta pé wọ́n fẹ́ sọ ìlú yẹn di Islamic country. A ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ láti 2020 ni mo ti ń pariwo ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ gbogbo pé Tinubu ẹ máa rí pé wọ́n ti sọ ẹ̀rín yìí nísìnyí wọ́n ti ń wọlé kiri gbogbo ilé yín wọ́n máa ń lo Tinubu láti fi gba gbogbo mẹ́ni ilẹ̀, wọ́n ń lò lọ́wọ́ láti fi gba gbogbo ilẹ̀ yín ló fi di wípé àwọn ni wọ́n ń jẹ ní state kọ̀ọ̀kan. Àìmọye local government ẹ bá tó débẹ̀ yẹn náà àwọn náà máa wà ní some place ńbẹ̀. So wọ́n ti ta gbogbo many things tẹ́ ní sẹ́rígbà tẹ́ bá máa rí báyìí ẹ̀ kàwọ́ lè rí ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ rí Suzuku ẹ̀ tí ìyanjú yẹn tán, China gbogbo ẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀. Sẹ́rígbà tẹ́ bá máa rí báyìí ń ló máa dàbí pé wọ́n á máa sọ fún iná fi máa ń kó wọ́n á ti kó nǹkan ọjà ogun wọlé ní rẹpẹtẹ tẹ́yìn ò dẹ̀ nímọ̀ ta ló fẹ́ bá wọn. Àwọn tán wà lẹ́nu bọ́dà gan tó yẹ pé tán bá ti fún wọn ní bribe wọ́n ti kọjá lọ nìyẹn. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá yín tó yẹ pé tán bá ti fún wọn lówó, ìlú òyìnbó wọn lè gba bribe láyé, wọn ò ní gbà kókó wọ̀lú wọn ò ní gba bribe. kó wọ inú bóde wọn wọ̀n nígbà bribe but Nàìjíríà bọ́ bá ti lè wọlé bẹ̀tán fún wọn ní ṣe bíjọ́ ní nana kó ráìsì kan wọlé lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tán ní plastic rice tó wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó yìnbó kan sọ ní Èkó bẹ́ẹ̀ pé nínú Èkó ló wà ṣé wọ́n complain lórí yẹn wọ́n tó fi àpò sìmẹ́ǹtì mọ́tò Dangote trailer yẹn ó tún kó ráìsì ó wá kó sínú àpò sìmẹ́ǹtì àwọn sìmẹ́ǹtì yẹn náà fi kó ráìsì yẹn náà fi lóòdù ráìsì yẹn Ọlọ́run ló mọ irú ráìsì yẹn jẹ́ bóyá plastic níbí kan ni we don't know wọ́n á wálé wọ́n á kàn máa tà wọ́n á máa tún sínú àpò bòmíì ẹlòmíì á máa jẹ́ máa ní cancer á máa ní oríṣiríṣi àrùn àìsàn àmọ́ àdè máa ráwọn kan nílé sọ̀rọ̀ á máa sọ pé wò kọ́lọ́ sáàtì máa sọ wa ẹ máa dákẹ́ ẹ wà gọ́ọ́lì débi pé ẹ lè jà fúnra yín ẹ máa òun náà ló bá yé yín jẹ́ débi tá a délé ní tó jẹ́ pé àwọn tí ẹ̀yin fọkàn sí pé kán jà fún yín náà fi kó yín lẹ́rú because ẹ ti gbọ́kànlé wọn páwọn náà máa gbà yín ẹ lè jà fúnra yín ẹ lè dára yín jáde àti jagunjagun yín ẹ máa bẹ̀rù àti gbogbo yín tẹ́ pé ẹ mọ̀ tẹ́ mẹ́tọ́ yín láti ṣe tán bá ti lè halẹ̀ díẹ̀ mọ́ yín báyẹn ti sá kólé nìyẹn ẹ wà máa ṣe ẹ bá wa lọ sókè ògùn o ẹ bá wa lọ sókè táwọn tún ti ń pààyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ bá wa sọ fún bàbá yín kó mọ̀ ẹ lè fáìtì fúnra yín yàṣọ dọ́ọ̀ bàbú ni yín o no zoo lẹ ń live gan Ọlọ́run you are living in the zoo you are a babu ọmọ àǹtí mi ọjọ́ ìjà rẹ̀ you better stand for yourself and fight for yourself nobody will speak for you speak for yourself you are expecting Tenny Omologo to fight for you you are kidding yourself you are joking àwọn tó wà lẹ́yìn òdì tán lẹ́ǹjà ẹ̀yin tó yẹ tẹ̀ wá náà jẹ̀jẹ̀ pé ẹ̀yin lẹ́ ń fi owó ra owó àwọn tó wà lẹ́yìn òdì òfowó ra owó wọ́n dẹ̀ ń tàn yín pé ẹ mọ́ dáhùn mo lọ open fake profile wọ́n máa pariwo fún yín bàbá ló lè sí màmá ló lè sí ṣebí torí pé kójúmọ́ bá àti ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ tán láwọn ti ní ẹgbẹ́ kójúmọ́ bá àti most of people wọn lẹ fi rí i pé wọ́n ṣe ń sunkún kiri pé bàbá ni kó wọlé ṣe nígbà tójú yín bá máa dá wọ́n ti gba gbogbo lẹ́yìn lọ gbogbo nǹkan níyín gbogbo góòlù yín gbogbo omi gbogbo ilẹ̀ tí gẹ́gẹ́ bá ń promise wọn tán bá gbé fún tó fi negotiate most of ilẹ̀ yín ló fi negotiate tán fi fún ní tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì
jẹ́gẹ́ bá ń negotiate o àǹtí Tenny tẹ́ máa rí àwọn information kan mo bọ́ sí mi lọ́wọ́ ó ti negotiate burúkú in particular àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ohun kan tó ti negotiate àṣírí máa máa tú as time goes on.
But you won't listen to Tenny Omologo because you hate yourself and you don't hate me o bọ́ ló ń ṣe rẹ o èmi kọ́ lẹ̀ ń bá jẹ́ ń bára yín jà ṣẹ́gbà tí gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ mi tí mo ti sọ abẹ́ta kó lọ máa wo program mi láti 2020 tí mo ti darapọ̀ go and look for my work my job I try my best so akọni tó bá ń gbọ́ ọ̀gá nìyá àbíkẹ́ mi èèyàn ló bí tiẹ̀ tí ò lè sọ ní kinní kan mo gbìyànjú o tòru ni mo fi máa ń ṣiṣẹ́ tọ̀sán mo dẹ̀ máa ń fún yín láwọn fact pẹ̀lú information tó léku gbogbo ilẹ̀ yín ṣe nígbà tẹ́ bá máa rí ìgbà tí màá yẹ tí àlà sọ̀rọ̀ gbà yẹn tẹ́ bá rí ẹ mọ̀ pé mi máa ń gbé wá pẹ̀lú fídíò ni tí màá play rẹ̀ fún yín tí màá nìyẹn sọ pé ẹni tó máa ṣe tàwọn tí ó jẹ́ kí máa lú àwọn máa ṣe kíní kiri làwọn máa fẹ́ létà àgbà tán sọ̀rọ̀ ó tún jẹ́ kó yé pé Tinubu negotiate ilẹ̀ fún àwọn bó máa fáwọn ní ṣe is it not 5,000 àbí 500 acres ní state ní ìlú kọ̀ọ̀kan nílẹ̀ Yorùbá bó máa fún wọn ní 500 acres of land tí wọ́n máa fi dá wọ́n máa fi ṣe range wọn tó máa fi dá ṣe kíní ẹran wọn àǹdẹ́ ibi tó bá dẹ̀ lómi jù náà máa gbà nígbà tí ilẹ̀ bàbá tiẹ̀ tí omi wà ládùúgbò rẹ̀ tán mú gbogbo ilẹ̀ ìyá ẹ̀ bàbá ẹ̀ ogún bí ẹ̀ tán fa gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ fẹ́wù tán fa lọ fún ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tán fa lọ omi tó yẹ tó wúlò fẹ́yìn tán mú gbogbo ẹ̀ tán fi ń dẹran tán fa gbogbo ilé yín tán mú gbogbo ilé yín tán wó àbọ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ Ọlọ́run bí wọ́n wó gbogbo ilé yín tán wọ́n wá lọ gbé ilẹ̀ fún àwọn tó ń da màálù gbọ́tẹ́ bá rí màálù ni wọ́n wá mú orílẹ̀-èdè wọ́n sọ di Islamic country ṣé bá ń wí fún yín ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́ lẹ́fí ní muslim ticket a complain títí ẹnìkan shut up ṣe nígbà tó bá máa dé báyìí ìwọ tó ń sọ nọ́sẹ̀ tó ń sọ jágbajàgbajàgbajà ń tì sí lẹ́nu wàá rí nígbà náà pé mi ò kúkú sí níbẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé màá complain mo kún sọ tèmi but you won't listen tí ẹ máa padà bá yín gbà tó bá yá èmi ń sọ tèmi nù kó o jára ẹ jára yín ẹ mọ̀ jẹ́ kán máa tàn yín ẹ mọ̀ jẹ́ kán máa lo ẹnu dídùn fún yín nothing show wọ́n máa tàn yín ni pé nǹkan ń bọ̀ kò sí ìkàkà tó ń bọ̀ ọ̀gá adé kò sí nothing tó ń bọ̀ not kò sí nǹkan kan tó wà tí nǹkan bá ń bọ̀ ẹ ti rí i pé nǹkan ń bọ̀ látọdún mọ́dún nǹkan kò wá ṣùgbọ́n àwọn èèyàn ẹ láìkì irọ́ ju òtítọ́ lọ èmi dẹ̀ ti rí yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ló jẹ́ kí n ra sọ fún yín pé ẹ sáà jẹ́ kí n dá wà báyìí tẹ́ni ọmọ ológun ṣe program kún ìṣe eléyìí tá à ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ ṣé kìí ṣe pé jẹ́ òmìnira là ń jà.
ìjà òmìnira ni o ẹ jẹ́ kí n háàdì kankan mọ àǹtí Tẹ́ní nǹkan tá ti ṣe lénìí mo enlighten yín pé nǹkan tí ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣe ń jẹ́ kí gbogbo struggle tẹ̀ ń ṣe yìí tó ṣe ń fail òun ni mo ti ṣíjú yín sí ní èní ìwọ tó ò tí ì lè jà fún ara ẹ ìwọ tó ń lọ tó gbé election tó impose èèyàn lé ẹ lórí ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ni yóò win election gullibility okay wọ́n fún ẹ ní 2000 tó bá ti dìgbà election wàá gbà á wàá lọ vote. You don't see how gullible you are. You don't have your instinct. You can't use your instinct. You pay on ta future àwọn ọmọ ẹni. Ìwọ tó ti lè handle àwọn nǹkan pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́, àwọn nǹkan kéékèèké bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, irú wọn yẹn ló wá fẹ́ máa bèrè fún dissolution. Irú wọn yẹn ló wá fẹ́ self-determinate. Irú wọn yẹn ló fẹ́ fight fún, a new country, the so-called, I call it so-called YN. Irú wọn yẹn ṣòro bẹ́ẹ̀ pé you are capable. You want to be a leader. Okay? Tí enlighten àwọn èèyàn ẹ ń pé kò ń ṣe kó máa gbowó kó máa ta future ẹ kó máa ta future àwọn ọmọ ẹ. Tí enlighten àwọn èèyàn ẹ pé this is your right. Tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ẹ bá ṣe nǹkan báyìí tó wrong, you have your right. Go out and protest. Tí ṣe àwọn nǹkan minor things. Àwọn nǹkan kéékèèké bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn tí lè fight ẹ̀. Ìwọ wá fẹ́ fight nǹkan tó tóbi project tó tóbi tó ń pè ní pé kéèyàn create a country self-determination o fẹ́ fight nǹkan tó tó bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn you just see how gullible you are rí pé o lọ́pọlọ rí pé o tó bẹ́ẹ̀ o tó ẹni tó lè ṣerú nǹkan yẹn if you cannot handle those things then you cannot handle the big things you start from the bottom bottom you build it to the top not start from the top I swear if you start from the top wàá jábọ́ sílẹ̀. Torí pé ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ látòkè ó ń build lórí fake foundation tí ó exist foundation tí ó solid ó ń build nǹkan lé lórí tí foundation ò bá ti study what do you expect nǹkan yẹn á mean it will be shaky okay you are building your foundation on a shaky ground so kí lẹ expect kó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ó máa collapse gbẹ̀yìn náà ni but when you start from the bottom is where you build the foundation. So by doing that, you build a solid foundation. To build solid foundation, yìí tó bá wá ń tò lé, blocks tó bá wá ń tò lé, ó máa solid, gbogbo ẹ̀ máa dúró dáadáa. It will stand, it will be firm. It will not be shaky. Why? Because you are building on a solid foundation. Bó ṣe ń ṣe nǹkan nìyẹn, ẹ lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti kékeré, tí lè handle nǹkan kékeré, and you are talking about handling big things. That is why you are in a mess today. That is why you couldn't even handle anything. No, it's all fracas. Kò sí nǹkan tó jẹ́ bí nation. Kò sí nǹkan tó ń gba bí nation. It's all fracas coexist. I can tell you boldly, look into my eyes. I can tell you today, pé kò sí nǹkan tó jẹ́ Yorùbá nation. It's all fracas. Yes, ẹ lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀, ẹ lọ tún bẹ̀rẹ̀, ẹ lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀, kẹ́ lọ gbé nǹkan tó solid sílẹ̀. Àwọn tó jẹ́ máa solid ń bọ̀ tó máa bá yín ṣe. I am telling you, note this down today. Àwọn tó máa bá yín ṣe Yorùbá nation tẹ́ ń pariwo fún yẹn. Okay? Because we are not here to discuss that today. But then, I'm just touching on those things. Àwọn tó máa ṣe Yorùbá nation yẹn tó máa build a solid foundation wọ́n ń bọ̀ very soon. Very, very soon. Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ṣe ń sìn yẹn kàn waste time ara yín ni. Fracas lẹ kàn ṣe. Ẹ kàn waste time, ẹ̀yin ṣeré ni. Ẹ̀yin yí kiri. Ẹ̀yin yí kiri lélẹ̀ so ẹ máa yí kiri lọ títí kẹ́ máa prepare ọ̀nà lẹ̀ fún àwọn tó ń bọ̀ gangan àwọn tó máa wá ṣe gangan àwọn tó máa wá ṣe gangan á tó dé tó bá dé wọn need láti sọ fún yẹn fúnra yín ẹ̀yin gan fúnra yín mọ̀ pé these people have come these people have arrived these are the right people that are doing this thing and that is it so calling kótó dípa hand show.
Whatever they were doing is their own problem because the people you are talking about even they love it. They want to hear that and they are so gullible to hear lies. So that's why I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to go there because I want to be focused on that our people in Nigeria, in Yoruba land, so that to enlighten them more that there is nothing coming and nothing now, and something big is coming, so they need to understand that and they need to know that. So láti má máa sùn tẹ́tẹ́rẹ́ wọ́n ní láti bí wípé nǹkan ń bọ̀. So enlightenment mo iṣẹ́ tá à ń ṣe nìyẹn. So iṣẹ́ wa sì ń lọ lérí ẹ̀ láti mọ̀ pé wọ́n ní láti wà ní ìgbáradì nígbà gbogbo, kán dẹ̀ jẹ́ ẹ̀dá tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ fúnra wọn, kẹ́mọ́yé gbọ́kànlé èèyàn mọ́. Stop rely on people, fight for yourself. Hello caller.
Yes ma. So
ẹ máa gbé sí speaker wa àgbọ́ràn o àǹtí Tẹ́ní ẹ máa gbé sí speaker.
Speaker náà ló wà, à ń gbọ́ yín mà.
So yes ma. So mo ní mo gbọ́ nǹkan táwọn mọ́mì sọ àtàwọn dádì sọ, Ọlọ́run á máa fún yín ní more knowledge àti sister Tẹ́ní náà. Nǹkan tí mi kọ̀ rò nínú gbogbo situation ni pé ẹ̀rù ló ń bá àwọn èèyàn mà àti sà. Nínú Bible gan Ọlọ́run ní tí ẹ̀rù bá wà gan kò dáa. So táwọn èèyàn wọn bá lè mú ẹ̀rù yẹn kúrò, fear, it will be good. Call them the courage. Then secondly, another major problem tó wà láàrin àwa Yorùbá kò sí trust, a máa ń dára wa. So ńgbà tá a bá sọ pé àjọ ṣe nǹkan ó gbẹ̀yìn, ọlọ́ba lè jẹ́ ọlọ́ba tọ̀hún jẹ́. Bọ́ kí mo kàn fẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn àgbààgbà bí àtàwa Yorùbá tàdẹ̀jọ́ ọmọdé náà, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má jẹ́ ká betray ara wa. Kẹ́rí nǹkan tó lúwà ńlẹ̀ yìí, ẹ jẹ́ ká fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀, because without it a lè achieve nǹkan kan. Kẹ́lẹ̀ jẹ́ kí bíkọ́ sí Sátẹ́nì máa ń sọ wọ́n ní ìfẹ́ òní kókó, ẹ jẹ́ ká nífẹ̀ẹ́, tífẹ́ yẹn bá wà á máa wà okay. Then thirdly, kẹ́rí nǹkan tó pè ní sympathy empathy kò sí mọ́. Taba ní empathy and sympathy, they will know pé nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí kò dáa. Àlùmí ààrẹ lómi tára òyà wọn ní kìkú ṣe àwọn kò sí kan tó kàn wọ́n lọ nìyẹn kò dáa. Náà tẹ́ bá wo Amẹ́ríkà tí nǹkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ nílùú kan kí ìjọba gan tó bẹ̀rẹ̀, ẹ máa rí gbogbo wọ́n ti máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa donate omi, oúnjẹ, aṣọ. Ìyẹn náà pè ní sympathy. Wọn ò ní mọ́. So tó bá lè ní mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta yẹn, I think we'll be able to move forward. But mo ń bẹ̀ gbogbo àwa Yorùbá, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ lísì sáwọn èèyàn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe kó tẹ́ ká ṣe. Ẹ jẹ́ ká move forward. Tẹ́lẹ̀ jẹ́ kí ìfẹ́ wà. Kó tí mo nìkan ní kí n sọ nìyẹn. Ẹ ṣé gan ma.
Ẹ ṣé gan, thank you.
Ẹ ṣeun gan ni o. Ẹ ṣeun, God bless you. What a good advice. And ó make sense, ó touch, ó cover gbogbo nǹkan tá ti discuss lẹ́nìí. Tẹ́ bá wo lọ wò bọ̀. Mo mọ̀ pé àwọn kan dúró pé ká máa dárúkọ Yorùbá nation. No, we are not going to do that here. Nǹkan tá a bá máa sọ ó general. Ṣé máa rí ẹni tó bá jẹ́ wọ́n ní pé ọlọ́gbọ́n, ẹni tó bá gbọ́n tó lọ́gbọ́n. Wàá rí pé gbogbo nǹkan tá ti touch yìí náà ó kan Yorùbá nation yìí yẹn tẹ́ fẹ́ ká sọ nípa ẹ̀. Àwa ò dárúkọ Yorùbá nation bí lẹ́nìí, but indirectly tó bá jẹ́ ẹni tó gbọ́n ni, tó dẹ̀ gbọ́n dáadáa, tó lóye, wàá mọ̀ pé a ti touch nǹkan tó affect Yorùbá nation bí báyìí lẹ́nìí. A ti mú root problem nǹkan tó ń dá gbogbo wàhálà yẹn lẹ̀, a ti mú wá, gullibility náà wà lára ẹ̀. Ìwọ tó o bá ti lè ṣe nǹkan kékeré, don't dabble into doing big things. Why? Because you are not capable. Ṣé ìyẹn ò touch Yorùbá nation yín tẹ̀ sọ́nsì? Dárúkọ Yorùbá nation o, ṣùgbọ́n àwa gbọ́n ní bíbà, a gbọ́n nínú, a gbọ́n níta, a kàwé, a ti touch ẹ̀ stylishly, àwa ti touch ẹ̀, àwa ti dissect, a gbé information jáde, I dissect information yẹn, I analyze ẹ̀, ó wá kù sí ìwọ tó ń gbọ́, bó o wá ṣe wá gbọ́, bó o ṣe take information yẹn, bó o ṣe take ẹ̀ in, it's up to you. Ìwọ tó bá gbọ́n dáadáa wàá mọ̀ pé Yorùbá nation yìí yẹn tẹ̀ ń pariwo yẹn, àwa ti analyze ẹ̀ bí lẹ́nu without even mentioning Yorùbá nation. Àwa ò dárúkọ ẹ̀ ní ṣùgbọ́n àti sọ́n bí lẹ́nu. Ìbẹ́ ṣe election, àwọn tó vote, ṣé Yorùbá ò sí mbẹ̀? Ṣèbí ẹ̀yin Yorùbá nation lọ vote in 9 minutes. Ṣé ẹ lọ vote in 9 minutes? Tẹ lọ vote fún Sanwó-Olú, tẹ ní wọn fẹ́ jẹ́ kó gbèkú. Tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ kó gbèkú, ẹ̀yin ò ṣe vote fún Jandor. Kí ló yẹ pé ṣe pé Sanwó-Olú lẹ lọ vote fún? Ṣé ó ti make sense sí yín sìn? Ṣé gbogbo yẹn kọ́ la touch ń bí lẹ́nu? It's because you are gullible. Tẹ lọ mú Sanwó-Olú ẹni tó pa yín níbi EndSARS, ẹ tún lọ vote fún. nígbà tó ṣe pé ìfúnra yín lẹ̀ endorse criminality ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ nítorí ẹ̀ ò fẹ́ gbèkó mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ fẹ́ kọ́ gbèkó ẹ̀ wá endorse criminality ẹ̀yin ò ṣe gbé fún jàǹdọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá fẹ́ kọ́ gbèkó jàǹdọ̀ wà ń bẹ̀ náà jàǹdọ̀ ọmọ mo mọ èmi mọ jàǹdọ̀ dáadáa ọmọ Èkó tó ṣe pé ọmọ orí títì ni very educated and very creative ẹ̀yin wá lọ gbé Sanwó-Olú tó ṣe pé Rẹ̀mí ń control ẹ̀ Tinubu náà ń control ẹ̀ from all sides ẹ rí pé bó ṣe ya wèrè ẹ rí pé òun ni the worst governor ti Lagos State ní ni can't you see ẹ̀yin wá lọ ṣe ẹ̀yin náà ilé wa ń sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ ṣe big project nígbà tẹ́tí bà small project kékeré jẹ́ ẹ bà á jẹ́ ẹ̀yin wá ń bọ̀ ẹ lẹ́ fẹ́ gbàdùn ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ dídì dù ẹ rò bọ́ ṣe ń gbà nìyẹn ẹni ṣókè má gbà ṣé bọ́ ṣe ń gbà nìyẹn so ẹ máa rí pé ibi yìí o knowledge people ló wà ń bí báyìí àjẹmọ́ máa sọ ìwọ tó o bá gbọ́n dáadáa ló máa understand pé à ń sọ à ń prepare yín lẹ́nu à ń kọ́ yín bọ́ ṣe ń ṣe nǹkan ẹ lọ ẹ padà kẹ lọ tutù o nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ gbọ́ yẹn gangan náà là ń sọ àwa ò kò dárúkọ ẹ̀ ní àpò orúkọ yẹn jáde ni àwa ò ní pè jáde bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ ká ṣe pé ṣùgbọ́n a sì ń sọ lórí ẹ̀ lọ àwa ń lo ọgbọ́n fi sọ fún yín ni ìwọ tó bá wá gbọ́ wá bí tó bá gbọ́n ìwọ náà dissect nǹkan tá à ń bá ẹ sọ kó lọ wò ó dáadáa kó analyze ẹ wàá mọ̀ pé ẹ dúró ọmọbìnrin tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ lénìí àtọ̀nkú tó sọ̀rọ̀ yìí lénìí ó dẹ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kan náà lọ́sìn sọ àbí kò yẹ yín nísìn so that is it tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ṣọ́ra yín wọ́n máa sọ ìlú yín yẹn wọ́n sọ di Islamic country nígbà tó ti fẹ́ bánu protest ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó ń ṣe ní United Arab Emirates nìyẹn ẹ mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó ń ṣe ní Saudi Arabia nìyẹn ṣé ẹ mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọn lè protest gbogbo àwọn ìlú yẹn gbogbo àwọn Islamic country yẹn wọn lè protest níbẹ̀ òun ni wọ́n ti fẹ́ gbé wálé yín lórí ní Nàìjíríà ẹ lọ ro life yín tẹ́ ẹ bá ti lè protest the so-called Biafra nation tẹ́ fẹ́ dálẹ̀ the so-called Yorùbá nation yìí tẹ́ fẹ́ dálẹ̀ ẹ rò bá wọn á jẹ́ kẹ́ bọ́ síta kẹ́ protest ẹ rò bá wọn á jẹ́ kẹ́ ṣe láre ẹ tí mọ pápẹ́ tó ti kó sí yín lọ́wọ́ òun làwọn ṣe sọ fún yín pé ẹ lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ from small project tẹ́ bá ti build solid ground solid foundation then ẹ dey mount ẹ àwa di ńlá tó bá ti di ńlá yẹn òun ló di the solution ń pé ẹ fẹ́ gba self determination pé ẹ fẹ́ gbà lóyún a rò bẹ́ẹ̀ pé nǹkan tá a ṣe ń bíbá yóò make sense sí yín tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ní tó bá tún sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ kọ́ we will take our leave ṣùgbọ́n tá a bá rẹ́ni tó fẹ́ kọ́ a tún fún yín ní 5 minutes kẹ́kọ́.
pé ìgbẹ́ sọ yẹ contribute you see to back what you just said àwọn ní ká má dárúkọ Yorùbá ní ṣọ̀bọ̀ kò sígbà tá à ní dárúkọ ẹ̀ náà you don't build something on nothing.
Yes.
ó dàbí pé èèyàn fẹ́ kọ́ cocoa house ṣọ pé foundation cocoa ó dàbí pé èèyàn fẹ́ kọ́ cocoa house foundation cocoa house ó máa yàtọ̀ sí ẹni tó fẹ́ kọ́ just 1-story building okay ẹni tó fẹ́ kọ́ 3-story building foundation tó máa ṣe ó máa yàtọ̀ sí ẹni tó fẹ́ kọ́ 1-story building. a lè sọ pé a fẹ́ gba country ká má wà prepared like you said ká má wà organized mo ti wá rí i pé àwọn èèyàn tẹ̀ tí wàá sọ bú ẹ̀ bí wọ́n ti sọ di jẹun wọ́n ti sọ di
yes
wọ́n dẹ̀ ti sọ di pé kọ́ máa búra wọn ìbútó
bẹ́ẹ̀ fracas bàbá ńlá fracas nísìnyí o kò sí nǹkan tó jẹ́ yn mọ́ o kò sí nǹkan tó jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ fracas ló ń ṣe nísìnyí o.
it's terrible etí mi ti kún because mo ṣe mọ̀ mo lọ́rọ̀ ọmọ rẹ tó wà ní ọmọ Ìgbò mo lọ́rọ̀ ọmọ Ìgbò wọn máa tó pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ kí ló ìmọ̀ èmi ò mọ̀ o I'm not part of them and I won't be part of them. Ọlọ́run kò sí ibi tí nǹkan bá ti dàrú.
àbí o àwa náà sá o wọ́n fẹ́ try kan róòbù wa yín inú ń bí wọn èmi sá ọmọ pé bí mo ṣe wà ń bí mo ṣe ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ yìí àwọn colleagues mi ń wò mí bí iṣẹ́ èmi fúnra mi I'm a politician here. Mo ti lọ vote lánàá. I'm a member of the Labour Party and I'm playing an active role. Ẹ̀yin wá ní kémi wá bá yín wá máa ṣe fracas. Ẹ rí pé fẹ́ bà career mi jẹ́. Ẹ rò bẹ́ẹ̀ mi á ṣe rí. Èmi tí mo dá dúró ọ̀rọ̀ mi ara mi ó yé mi. Gbogbo nǹkan mi mò ń ṣe behind the scenes ni ó yé mi. Ẹ̀yin wá dé ẹni mi ò take side. Kémi wá máa yín máa ṣe fracas. Ẹ rí. Mo build career. Ẹ̀yin fẹ́ yẹ kí n bàjẹ́ lọ́jọ́ kan. Ẹ mọ̀ pé bí tí mo ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ government lónìí. Ẹ mọ̀ pé public institution ni tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ bá sọ fún pé kí n lọ jókòó nǹkan ẹ mọ̀ pé wọ́n ń wo gbogbo ẹ̀ mọ̀ kàn rí mi tí wọ́n bá ní kí n lọ jókòó tó gbé mo lọ ń ṣe nǹkan báyìí lórí social media bẹ́ẹ̀ ń ṣe èmi ò lè join yìí so fábárẹ́ ẹni tó ń bínú tó sọ pé mi ò take o support Onítìrì o support Akíntóyè damn you I don't care ó ní mo ti sọ gbogbo àwọn reason báyìí nísìn okay actively I'm a politician náà fúnra ara mi ń bí I'm a labour politician mo wà active mo ń bá mayor mi mo ń meet pẹ̀lú mayor mi bíbá regularly ẹ̀yin wá ní kémi wá bá kí n má bọ̀ kí wọ́n máa ń ṣe fracas kí n máa ṣe fracas lórí social media what the fuck ìwọ tó bá fi bínú jẹ́ tètè bínú ẹ̀ tí bínú o ń pé mi ò take side èmi mo wà neutral mi ò take side anybody ẹni tó bá fẹ́ bínú ẹ bínú nu yín ẹ̀yin fẹ́ bá yé tèmi jẹ́ fẹ́ bá career tèmi jẹ́ ẹ mọye years to take mi kí tó build ẹ̀ kí tó débi tí mo dé wọn wá ní kí n lọ jókòó mi kí n má wá síbi iṣẹ́ máa àrí gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣe lórí social media lánàá lọ má wà mọ́ tó ti lọ disgrace institution tó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ èmi ẹ má bínú jàre lọ́ọ̀yà ẹ continue.
no èmi jẹ mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ mi tán sórí màá pòwe kan iyán ti di àtúgún ọbẹ̀ ti di àtúnṣe like what you said tá bá fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation a máa padà lọ plan dáadáa
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
a lọ plan kì í ṣe pé ilé tí ó wá di irú wá ògiri wá everybody dẹ̀ wá di.
Thank you God bless me mo ṣe mo rò bẹ́ẹ̀ pé mi nìkan ni mò ń rí kinní yìí ó jẹ́ ti fẹ́ di ìsọlẹ́nu àti ní òkèèrè jẹ́ ká tún bá yín ṣe peace àtún dọ́gbọ́n àtún wá ní ká bá yín ṣe peace àfi fẹ́ ṣe kó èpè àfẹ́pè mo bá ní tò ilé eléyìí náà bá pè mí náà yìí mo bá rí lára àwọn kọ́líìgì mi tó ń pè mí pé what the fuck why are these people doing this wọ́n bí mí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ọmọ kan wà lábẹ́ ṣó ó ní òòyà tètè àfihàn àwọn eléyìí ní mo ò rí wọn bọ́ ṣe ń gba nation náà òyìnbó ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o òyìnbó ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún mi o.
They are not ready. On the source, they are not ready. They are not ready. Tọ́ba ready, wọ́n jẹ́ àgbọ̀. But even if when we are coming back to do it, it will be properly organized. It will be.
Tògótọ́ lọ́wọ́ aláwọ̀ tó máa gba Yorùbá nation kankan wọ́n sì wà lọ́nà wọ́n múra lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ni I tell you.
And it will be intellectually driven, not eléyìí tí ọ̀kan sọ pé òun lóògùn bí kan òun fóògùn ṣe kiri kan ṣé oògùn náà fi gba nation.
wọ́n ní wọ́n lọ́ fẹ́ ṣoògùn kọ́ lọ mú 10 million wá mi ò gbọ́ rí ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú panaki ni mí lówó tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ fi ṣoògùn tó bá jẹ́ wà la burú jù gbogbo Yorùbá tó bá ti dọ̀rọ̀ ògùn Ìjẹ̀bú ló burú jù èmi ò gbọ́ bí tó ti ń lo 10 million fi ṣoògùn tẹ bá sì dé Jẹ̀bú ẹ̀rí sílẹ̀ wọ́n á sọ fún kékeré mú sílẹ̀ kan báyìí wá ọ̀hún kọ́ ní kó lọ ra gbogbo kíní yẹn fúnra rẹ̀ kó ṣe kó máa kó fún wọn kọ́ lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ rà wọ́n wá ní 10 million mi ò gbọ́ rí.
ọmọ kan ti ṣẹlẹ̀ queen wọ́n ti sọ di jẹun.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni jẹun.
wọ́n ti sọ the means of life survivor how to survive.
àlẹ́ ni àìmọye èèyàn tó ti kọ́lé tó ti ralẹ̀ tó ti ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ nídìí Yorùbá nation yìí àní dagboru ní sẹ́ẹ̀ Yorùbá nation yẹn oríṣiríṣi ògiri wá gbogbo eléyìí wá gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ jáwọ̀ ó náà ṣe ní problem ta nílé ni ògiri wá eléyìí wá àtẹni tí ò yẹ kó torí bọ̀ gbogbo wọn wá torí bọ̀ wọ́n wá dà àwọn ilé ìtẹ̀yìn rí wọ́n sì máa para wọn ẹ lọ kọ́lẹ̀ wọ́n á gúnra wọn lọ́bẹ̀ níbi ìyí táwọn bá lọ yìí àwọn eléyìí àwọn táwọn ní gbọ́ yìí. pápá dò.
mo fẹ́ máa lọ mo ti try to lè ní but ìjọ mi ìdẹ́bà tún invite ìjọ mi ìjọba tún pè mí màá dá yín lò especially ìjọba pè mí when it concerns the legal aspect I am willing to answer you but ẹ jẹ́ kí
okay thank you very much thank you so take care thank you for coming.
Thank you so much eze gosa wọn mọ nǹkan tó ń bọ̀ fún wọn so mo dé tí
wọn mọdò
so kó tó wá di wípé ìgbà tẹ́ bá wá ń gera yín lórí sọ́ra yín lọ́rùn tí orúkọ tèmi ọmọ ọlọ́mọ tí ọmọ òrukàn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ tó jìyà tí ò bá yí gbé àkáǹtì síta fi gba owó lọ́wọ́ yín gbé máa sọ pé ẹ mọ ya ẹ fún wa ní star I need owó data mo ń stream every day gbà mí mo ń jáde lójúmọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀mejì gbà mí ẹ̀mẹ́rin màá tó jáde tòrútòrú ńgbà náà lọ tẹ́ mú gbogbo iṣẹ́ tó lu ara ṣe tí mo fi ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ mú gbogbo ẹ̀ ń bàjẹ́ ẹ wá bàjẹ́ ńtọ́ mo tún wá accept fún yín ẹ tún wá kó bá mi ẹ lè rìn mí lẹ́wọ̀n o torí mi ò ṣèrò ẹ̀wọ̀n mi dẹ̀ ní dèrò ẹ̀wọ̀n láṣẹ Èdùmàrè mi lè ṣe ẹ̀wọ̀n ìjọba Nàìjíríà dá o ẹ̀wọ̀n tìlú òyìnbó ò ṣìyàn rárá o ọjà èṣe mi afẹ́ bọ́ àtẹ̀wá fúlù ìyẹn lè gan wọ́n lè kó ẹnìyẹn lọ sínú omi o mi ò ráyè o ẹ lè kó bèmí torí èmi ló lórí ẹbí ilé wa do you know that èmi ló lórí ẹbí ilé wa èmi dẹ̀ lógo ìdílé wa so mo dẹ̀ ní bùkátà lọ́rùn tí mò ń gbọ́ èmi ní gbogbo wọn náà rí láìlè lórí so tó ń wò lójú tó já láàánú wọn mo dẹ̀ láwọn ọmọ èèyàn púpọ̀ níta tó jẹ́ wípé wọ́n wà logistic àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti ara tèmi dìde tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ò bá ṣe wọ́n ó pè mí pé àwọn nídìí ìrànlọ́wọ́ wọ́n ó ti pasẹ̀ tèmi rí ìrànlọ́wọ́ bíbélì ní a kò lè gba ọ̀dọ̀ bàbá wọlé bí kò sí nípasẹ̀ ọmọ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ń gba ọ̀dọ̀ mi wọlé láti fi rí àánú gbà lọ́wọ́ bàbá so nígbà tẹ́ bá wá kó bá èmi báwo làwọn èèyàn ó ṣe rí àánú wọn gbà a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá mi ran ìyá Tèmiládé lọ́wọ́ wọ́n sì wá sí padà ń bọ̀ wá sọ lórí ẹ̀ mi ní ìdàpọ̀ mọ́ ìyá Tèmiládé a dúpẹ́ gbogbo nǹkan tí ń lọ déédéé ṣùgbọ́n a sì ní ìdìrànlọ́wọ́ kékeré sí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá wa donate owó fún ìyá wa tẹ́ bá rí ṣọ́ọ̀pù wọn tí wọ́n fi hàn yín jọ́nà torí yèrèyèrè Ọlọ́run ti gbọ́ ògo kódà bàbá Julius tún ra freezer ńlá deep freezer ńlá ní ńlá pátápátá yẹn ni bàbá tún rà fún wọn a gẹ́ẹ̀tì bẹ́ẹ̀dì fún wọn so ìwọ̀nba owó tẹ̀yìn èèyàn náà dá àwọn èèyàn dá bíi 60,000 ńlá padà la rí tí wọ́n sọ 60,000 ló wọlé sínú àkáǹtì wọn so gbogbo eléyìí náà wọ́n tún fi ìyẹn náà kún àwọn owó tán fi lọ gbé nǹkan gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n sì fẹ́ mú iná wọ́n ní ṣọ́ọ̀bù tán lò yẹn wọ́n náà sọ wípé prepaid ni wọ́n lò nù ṣọ́ọ̀bù yẹn wípé iná ò lè pé wọ́n gbà wọ́n bá wọn fà á wọ́n ṣe rí pọ́ngbẹ́ ẹni tó tẹ̀ mọ́ pọ́wọ́ kan ló ní kò lọ́wọ́ méjì ẹ rí pé gbé freezer ńlá wọlé báyìí bó ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ jealous nìyẹn ò yá mi náà bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní bá jealous woman ẹ̀ bá bọ́ ẹkún pé kí ló dé kí ni mo ṣe ẹ dẹ̀ rí mi lálàbọ̀ ara kò sí ìrànlọ́wọ́ èèyàn kan tún ṣe mí láàánú ẹ̀ tún wá ní rárá ó dáa òun á lọ mú tòun ẹni bá gbógun tì ń ṣe tán tí tó gbọ́jọ kúnnù o ẹ mọ́ dà ń láàmú o toríjọ́ tó ń ti ń ṣe níìsín wọ́n ti wá lọ yọ sọ́kẹ́ẹ̀tì náà yẹn kalẹ̀ ibòmíì tán tó ti wá mú iná wọ́n tún wá lọ wá wáyà kan fi mú ìmí tó jẹ́ dáa tí wọ́n tún wá lọ yọ kalẹ̀ so wọ́n ti yọ kalẹ̀ níìsín tí ẹni ẹlẹ́ni tí inú ẹ̀ ti ń dùn ṣọ́ọ̀pù níìsín ó ti kún mo sì ń padà bọ̀ wá fi yẹn hàn mo wà so busy sì máa fi hàn so tẹ máa rí gbogbo ẹ̀ mo sì ní ìdìrànlọ́wọ́ kékeré sí ni torí èmi gan ti ẹ̀wò mo ti kárẹ́ bí mo ṣe wà ẹ́ owó tí mo ti ná nínú ọ̀sẹ̀ ọlọ́mọ yẹn kéèyàn rogun àgbà náà so bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn wọ́n fẹ́ mú iná yẹn láti orí òpó wọ́n náà máa mú iná yẹn láti orí òpó mi dẹ̀ fẹ́ gbé bùkátà yẹn lọ sọ́dọ̀ bàbá Julius for now so ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti ràn wá lọ́wọ́ owó fún wọn kódà bó bá ṣe 5,000 ní wọ́n rí bó ṣe 2,000 lórí wọ́n fẹ́ mú iná láti orí òpó òkè wọn wọ́n ti já iná yẹn kalẹ̀ so deep freezer ńlá ni wọ́n ti gẹ́ẹ̀tì fún wọn màá wá fi wọ̀nyí ẹ̀yin gan máa rí freezer yẹn ní ńlá pátá tó dẹ̀ tó gba àyè so I dẹ̀ mo try láti gẹ́ẹ̀tì bẹ́ẹ̀dì torí wọ́n ní ilẹ̀lẹ̀ ni wọ́n ń sùn truly ilẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ọmọ wọn àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀dì tán fi ń sùn pẹ̀lẹ́bẹ̀ báyìí ni in fact tẹ́ bá rí bínú ẹ̀ obìnrin ṣe ń dùn tó ó fẹ́ lè ṣe àdúrà sí tẹ́ bá rí bínú ẹ̀ ṣe ń dùn tó ó lọ́jọ́ wo ló ń ti fara kan bẹ́ẹ̀dì mo sùn lálẹ́ ẹjọ́ náà mo sùn fàlàfàlà
ó ga o
ọlọ́mọ yẹn kéèyàn rí ìdààmú àti ìṣòro tí ó ju ẹ̀mí èèyàn lọ́kọ́lọ́ mọ́ gbé bá wa o ìdààmú tó máa ju ẹ̀mí wa lọ́kọ́lọ́ mọ́ gbé bá wa o mo rí fídíò bàbá kan bàbá yẹn àgbàlagbà ni tí n bá wo èjì má nìyẹn á ti lé ní 60 years or going to 70 years má nìyí lọ jí indomie pálí indomie ló lọ jí tẹ bá rí àwọn ọmọ tí ò tó ọmọ rẹ̀ bọ́ ṣe ń gbà lójú gbà nímú gbà lórí ó yẹ kí wọ́n lè rò pé kì í sowó ló jí kì í ṣaṣọ ló jí oúnjẹ ìyẹn mi pé bí ló ń pa ó yẹ kán béèrè bí wọ́n bá tiẹ̀ máa bá a sọ̀rọ̀ kì í ṣe pé kí wọ́n yẹ kán lù nílùkulù yẹn ebi ló pa tí ebi bá pààyàn gbà mí ó máa ń jẹ́ kéèyàn ṣìṣe ṣùgbọ́n wo ò ní ṣìṣe ohun tí ó mú kí ẹ gbé ọmọ rẹ kó máa gbá ọ lórí gbá ọ nímú ẹ̀sìn tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ aburú tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ẹ àdánwò tí ó kàn ọ́ tí ó mú kí ẹ gbé ọmọ rẹ kó máa gbá ọ lórí gbá ọ nímú kọ́ ọ níkò lórí kò mà ní débè mi àti ẹ o èmi àti òní dẹlẹ́yà ọ jẹ́ gbàdúrà yẹn fúnra rẹ gbogbo ohun tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ tí ó jẹ́ kí ọmọ tí ò tó ọ kó máa fọ́ ẹ létí fọ́ ẹ nímú gbá ọ lójú gbá ẹ lójú àdánwò yẹn ò ní kàn mí kò ní kàn ẹ́ gbogbo ìṣòro tó wà níwájú èmi àti ẹ ó máa di pẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ni o ò lè sàmí èmi tí mo wà nínú ìgbìmọ̀ ńlá lọ́wọ́ tó o lè sàmí àsìkò táṣẹ ń bọ́lẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ bọ́ àṣẹ tẹ̀lé gbogbo ogun àdójúkọ tó bá lóun ò ní jẹ́ kémi àti ẹ̀rọ náà lọ láyé ọ̀run máa fi ẹ̀mí wọn ṣe ìfàjẹ́ ni
Àmín.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni gbogbo koríko tó bá lò di ojú ọ̀nà èmi àti ẹ ó máa ré padà ó máa gbẹ lójijì ikú òjijì ò ní wọlé tọ̀ wá wá o àní rí bí àní rí wàhálà nǹkan ń bẹ ní abẹ́ ọ̀run tẹ̀yìn wà yìí so ẹ jọ̀wọ́ ìrànlọ́wọ́ yín bó ṣe 5,000 bó ṣe 2,000 bó ṣe 1,000 lẹ́rí ẹ̀yin náà bá wa fi sí account number wọn náà lẹ́ ń wò lójú kínní yìí kán lọ fi mú iná yẹn ẹ jẹ́ ká play
ẹ̀wọ̀n bínú mi ṣe dùn.
account number wọn lẹ́ ń wò yẹn.
bàbá wa rẹ nìkẹ́ni tó nà ó pa yín lẹ́kún ọlọ́run á bá mi fomi jẹ́ ọjọ́ tí mo ní accident á bá mi fi pa lẹ́kún ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá nà ó pa yín lẹ́kún ọlọ́run àwọ̀ má jẹ̀mú ọjọ́ tán tu egun ọwọ́ mi tí mò ń ké pé mo ti kú oró á jẹ́ kí gbèrò kó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ nílẹ̀ ẹni náà mo sọ jáde tìkára tìrora ti dùnú ní wákàtí tá a bá rí ẹnikẹ́ni yàn kéèyàn tó náà fẹ́ bàrẹ̀ àjò ayé yín jẹ́ mo lo májẹ̀mú ọjọ́ tí mo rìn nínú àgbàrá ẹ̀jẹ̀ mo lo májẹ̀mú ọjọ́ tí ìdí ń jáde nínú ara mi mo fi bá ẹnìyẹn sọ̀rọ̀ kò ní kú kò ní rùn yóò máa tẹ̀lé láyé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o mo lo májẹ̀mú October 22 2020 lọ́jọ́ ẹ̀sánс ọjọ́ ẹ̀sáns mo lo májẹ̀mú yẹn mo fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ jáde nísìnyí ó di májẹ̀mú ó di èdìdí ó di àṣẹ tábà rí ẹnikẹ́ni tó náà ó ba ìrìn àjò ayé yín jẹ́ mo lo májẹ̀mú ọjọ́ tí ó sí mi lára tí èdè ń jáde lára mi láìpò ẹnìyẹn máa tẹ̀lé kó tó kúrò láyé mi God bless you my second name.
nọ́mbà wọn lẹ rí níbi ojú screen bíi àdúrà yẹn iyekíye tẹ́yìn bá rí ẹ fi ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ a fẹ́ mú iná yẹn látòkè wọ́n dẹ̀ ní di stabilizer wọ́n náà máa gẹ́ẹ̀tì fáànù kan náà so sí abẹ́ kínní freezer yẹn torí àdúgbò yẹn wọ́n ní iná tó wọ gbogbo àdúgbò yẹn wọ́n ló kéré púpọ̀ so wọ́n ní gbogbo iná tó wọ gbogbo àdúgbò yẹn wọ́n ní iná yẹn kéré gan so wọ́n ní láti change láti mú iná láti orí òpó tó wà wájú ṣọ́ọ̀pù wọ́n máa fa iná yẹn sínú ṣọ́ọ̀pù so that wọ́n á lè máa fi lo freezer yẹn ẹ ṣe gan adúpẹ́ torí àwa ti ń lọlé apàṣẹ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wọlé àwa ti ń lọlé òyòkú tún dìgbà mi o àti relé ẹ̀yìn tẹ̀ wọlé so wá ti lo 2 hours à ń relé nìyẹn àti sọ̀rọ̀ tán.
All right ma ẹ kú ètò.
adúpẹ́ ẹ
Yes.
ṣe ẹ ṣe
Ẹ
gan.
pẹ̀lẹ́ o ọkú. Àtúpàdé lọ́la.
bóyá ẹ nímọ̀ràn bíi 2 minutes kẹ́ ẹ fún wọn kó má kàn jẹ́ pé ẹ kàn wọlé lásán bóyá ẹ nímọ̀ràn 2 minutes tẹ̀lé fún àwọn èèyàn wa lórí kì í ṣe lórí ìjàngbara tọ́sí o lórí gbogbo Nàìjíríà ni o.
Kò sí ìmọ̀ràn tí mo lè fún gbogbo ilé náà ni pé kò ju gbogbo tá a ti ń sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ náà lọ. So gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ́ rò pé láìsí olórí kan tó jóṣèlú ẹ̀yin ò lè rí nǹkan rí kankan ṣe. Ẹ pe àrónú yín, ẹ pe ọ̀dọ̀fin ẹ̀. Ẹ fúnra yín ronú pé ẹ lè dá dúró láìsí bàbá sọ pé. Ẹ fúnra yín ronú pé ẹ lè dá dúró láì sáré tẹ̀lé olóṣèlú kankan. Ẹ má ta ọjọ́ ọ̀la yín nítorí tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ jẹ lénìí. Ẹ má ta ọjọ́ ọ̀la yín kí ẹ rántí àwọn ọmọ tẹ́ ẹ máa fi lẹ̀ torí tẹ́ ẹ bá ti tọjọ́ ọ̀la yín ẹrú ni àrọ́mọdọ́mọ yín ó ṣe. So àmọ̀ràn tí mo ní fún ọ nìyẹn torí ọjọ́ ọ̀la táwọn èèyàn wá tà tí wọn ò ronú páwọn lè dá dúró àwọn lè wà independent fúnra wọn ni ló sọ wọ́n di ìdàkudà. Kódà ló da gbogbo ìjàngbara ọmọ Yorùbá rú nítorí tó ń kálukú fẹ́ jẹ lénìí ni wọ́n mọ̀ wọn à ronú tán fẹ́ jẹ lọ́la. So àmọ̀ràn mi sí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa náà ni pé kán má ronú tí wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ lénìí mọ́ o kán ronú kí làwọn fẹ́ jẹ lọ́la ọ̀nà wo làwọn fẹ́ gbègbà tọ́mọ àwọn òfin ní dẹrú títí láéláé báwọn náà ṣe ń ṣẹrú lénìí. Àwọn táwọn ń ṣẹrú lábẹ́ wọn káwọn náà ronú pé ṣé èèyàn kọ́ làwọn fúnra wọn ni àbí ṣé Ọlọ́run kọ́ ló dá wọn. Káwọn náà rò pé ó ṣeé ṣe kọ́mọ àwọn náà di olórí lọ́la táwọn ọba tọ ọjọ́ ọ̀la tàwọn látèmi. So kọ́lọ́run ọba kó dẹ̀ bá wa kó sáwọn èèyàn wa nú. So gbogbo ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá tún wá jẹ́ kó máa jáde láti gbé Yorùbá nation sókè kọ́lọ́run ọba kó sí nínú kó jẹ́ èèyàn tó fẹ́ ṣe tinútinú tí ò ní ṣe torí ìmọ̀tara ẹnìkan tí ò ní ṣe torí ní tó fẹ́ jẹ tí ò ní ṣe torí ní tó fẹ́ jẹ lénìí tí a ṣe nítorí ìtàn tí ó rántí rẹ̀ lọ́la Ọlọ́run ọba kó wá bá wa gbérú èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ jáde tó bá jẹ́ pé irú èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ wà nínú àwọn tó ti ń ṣe struggle yìí tẹ́lẹ̀ kọ́lọ́run ọba kó fún ní okun àtagbára láti tún ọgbọ́n dá tí ò ní jẹ́ tó ní ìjà ní ó fi gbé òmìnira ẹ̀ sókè tó bá jẹ́ pé kò sí nínú àwọn tó ti ń jà tẹ́lẹ̀ kọ́lọ́run ó gbé onítọ̀hún dìde kó dẹ̀ mọ́ sí nǹkan kan tó máa di lọ́wọ́ láé àti láéláé Ọlọ́run ọba kó gbàdúrà wa ẹ kú ètò.
ẹ ṣé gan ni sir, God bless you, a dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ yín tẹ́ tó bá wa ìtẹ́yìn náà bá wa fèsì yẹn náà dáa gbàtẹ́ gbọ́tọ̀ kékeré wá sá lọ àtúnṣàdúrà fún ilé ẹ̀kẹ́ tó mórí lọ gbogbo ẹ̀ ló bá
àǹtí Tani o àǹtí Tani tá a bá máa parí ẹ fi national anthem parí ẹ ṣe gbọ́ torí a discuss nípa Yorùbá náà nínú ẹ̀.
káṣí máa lò torí mo ti ní gbogbo nǹkan yín ní júlẹ̀ fún yín kẹ́ mọ́ lọ ọdún náà ẹ̀yin kọ́lẹ̀ ní national anthem.
no àwọn kọ́lọ́ ní gbogbo alájọ ní àjẹ́ ti sọ̀rọ̀ Arẹwà ń bí a ti sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá a ti sọ̀rọ̀ Igbo gbogbo nǹkan tó touch gbogbo ethnic group láti mẹ́nu bà ń bí bàdé ni so ẹ fi bẹ́ẹ̀ ni a máa fi national anthem bẹ̀rẹ̀ àjẹ́ tún fi máa parí ẹ̀.
àwa ń dá campaign tí wàá ṣe ni àwọn ológun dádúró lé àwa dádúró the temple of truth.
yes ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ uncle.
yes ma.
temple of the truth la wá the temple of truth la wá inú ìjọ mímọ́ àti ìmòye tá a fẹ́ fún ìyá kóyìn àti bàbá ní ìsìn Anthony general wa.
no àǹtí Tani nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé next week fún ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ ilé.
Reverend Yajo temple.
Next week mo ní I want to say this I have a Facebook account tó ṣe pé mo fẹ́ enlighten àwọn èèyàn process bó ṣe process freedom fighting. Ẹ má wá o ẹ má gbé camp A ẹ má gbé camp A wá o ẹ má gbé camp B wá o so ìwọ tó o bá tí hàdá rẹ you can go on Queen Talk Show. Look for me on Facebook. Add yourself. It's going to be educative show. Bí a ṣe ń ṣe lọ́dọ̀ àǹtí Tẹ́ni náà ni. But nǹkan tí máa ń ṣe ni pé màá máa educate yín, màá fi máa hàn yín process self-determination wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe nǹkan in an orderly way. So it's still going to be about Yoruba nation but ẹ má gbé ọ̀rọ̀ leader kankan wá bá mi o. And you have màá ṣí time wá wà fún yín láti call in láti sọ mind yín. I'm not going to deny you that right but orí iṣẹ́ òtèmi lè ṣe pé lọ́dọ̀ mi nítorí ó máa ń fọ́ mi lórí o kò ń ṣọ̀dọ̀ mi lè ṣe lọ́dọ̀ tèmi educative ni àbí kò yẹ yín nísìn so ìwọ tó o bá ti hard rẹ.
ṣé ẹ ti open Facebook yẹn.
So you just look for me search for Queen Talk Show. Mo ti ṣí tipẹ́ mi ò kàn wá ṣe mo iṣẹ́ ni ò jẹ́ kí n ráyè but mo ti sọ pé time ti tó ń sìn ìgbà tí gbogbo nǹkan jẹ́ ti wá dàrú báyìí nísìn I need láti set nǹkan right so mo máa return so kò ṣe pé bóyá mo ṣe ṣí account yẹn mo máa return padà sórí Facebook but màá máa ṣe anytime tí n bá ráyè so go add me so next week mo máa discuss beautiful it's going to be a very educative one mo máa explain process ti South Africa fi ṣe titi wọn tó fi liberate ara wọn.
ó bẹ́tà wọ́n ní nìkan sí wọn létí inú.
So Queen Talk Show, just search for me there.
Okay, ẹ ṣé gan.
Yes, ẹ ṣé gan.
Queen Talk Show, God bless you.
So kò ní collude pẹ̀lú time tanti tẹ́ni bá ń ṣe títí wọn so mi ò ní fún yín ní specific time mo kàn máa ti máa rí pé okay time yìí máa free fún mi ẹ máa rí mi ti máa ju notice síta pé yes o mò ń bọ̀ on here so just go follow me tẹ́ bá ti follow me ẹ máa gba notification tí bá ti jáde. Torí kò gbọdọ̀ clash mọ́ nǹkan tá a tún ṣe ń bí báyìí náà.
Yeah, it's okay. Ẹ ṣé gan ni ìyá wa.
Ẹ ṣeun gan ni.
A dúpẹ́ ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa ẹ ti gbọ́ ẹ follow wọn ẹ follow ṣé page ni àbí normal platform.
Facebook page Queen Talk Show.
Ẹ follow Queen Talk Show so that ẹ máa gbọ́ so wọ́n àtẹ̀lé báyìí sọ wọ́n lè máa sọ gbogbo ẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ yẹn gangan lọ Yorùbá yín wọ́n á bá yín sọ wọ́n á bá yín lẹ́yìn ní agogo lórí lọ so ẹ ṣé gan. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ láǹfààní láti wo ètò tèmi a tún máa pàdé.